consultations.
The U.S. team negotiating in Doha is heading home early. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff says the latest response from Hamas clearly shows a lack of desire to reach a ceasefire in Gaza. And Hamas, he says, is not acting in good faith. Witkoff now says the Trump administration will consider alternative options to bring hostages home and create a more stable environment for the people of Gaza. In a statement, he says Hamas has acted in a selfish way. A U.S.-backed plan called for a 60-day ceasefire for the release of at least 10 living hostages from Gaza and hundreds of Palestinian prisoners in Israel freed.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Meantime, the State Department just confirming the U.S. will not attend an upcoming conference at the UN on a two-state solution. Another round of questioning begins for Ron Klain, the former Biden White House chief of staff, giving a closed-door deposition to a House panel probing Biden's health in office. California Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna says Klain was credible and fully cooperative in the first round earlier today.
There are times where he was asked about personal conversations he had with the president, and he was forthcoming, even if he could have said it was a private matter.
Republicans also say Klain has been answering questions, not taking the fifth, as other Biden aides have done. Some of the afternoon questions will focus on Hunter Biden's recent claim his father took a sleep aid during a busy travel schedule leading up to last June's disastrous debate. Hulk Hogan is being remembered not only as a Hall of Fame wrestler.
At the end of WrestleMania 5, I will be the World Wrestling Federation champion.
But also for his broader impact on pop culture. Hogan died earlier today after a cardiac arrest call at his Florida home. He was 71. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
You think yesterday was bad? How about today? You've got a partly cloudy sky as of now, and it's 92 degrees here in downtown Indy. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:02. And stay hydrated if you're going to be outside. Forecaster Andrew White with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says heat indices into triple digits today.
You know, anytime we get these heat indices into the hundreds, it's really important to just take plenty of breaks in the shade or into the coming inside where you have air conditioning. If you don't have air conditioning, there are a lot of local communities have opened up cooling centers.
White says a heat advisory is in place through tonight, and we could see some severe weather on Friday. A man was shot and killed by Indianapolis police Thursday morning after police say he shot his wife, then led officers on a chase.
What our officers experienced this morning was not just dangerous. It was a direct attack on their lives while they were working to keep our community safe.
IMPD Assistant Chief Catherine Cummings says officers found a handgun, a rifle, and other evidence at the scene. With thousands of people going to the Brickyard 400 in Indy, Attorney General Todd Rokita urges you to look out for signs of human trafficking. Rokita says big events like the Brickyard bring out the best out of the state, but it can also attract the worst types of criminals, especially out of Indiana.
Human traffickers often take advantage of these large events to operate in plain sight.
He says this is more than a law enforcement, it's a community effort.
The more eyes watching for human trafficking, the better chance we have to save some lives.
And some things to look out for are physical abuse and even people who seem fearful or not able to speak openly. If you suspect human trafficking, you can reach out to the local law enforcement or the human trafficking hotline. Average price for gas in Indiana is $3.11 today, says AAA. Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark went through medical evaluations earlier this week after her right groin was injured. The team says no other injuries were reported. Clark will keep working with the medical team as she recovers. No word on when she'll return, though. The Fever take on the Las Vegas Aces this evening for a 7 Eastern tip-off. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:04.
Greetings from R&R Agency, your Indiana health insurance pros, and a sincere thank you to our loyal customers for helping us to another record year. We recently saved a 62-year-old retiring couple over $800 monthly when compared to their COBRA offerings. We recently saved a family of 4 over $400 monthly when compared to their $7,500 deductible program on the ACA, and that's still Obamacare. We recently saved a small 4-man manufacturing company over $1,000 monthly and gave them better coverage. We feature coverages guaranteed to age 65, low out-of-pocket expenses, the largest networks in the country, and you can sign up anytime. If you are retiring early, self-employed, or need coverage for your small group, call us at 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. If you don't call us, we can't help you. What do you got to lose? Call us 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. As always, God bless America, common sense government, and peace through strength.
You've got WIBC traffic at 305. What's going on, Matt Bear?
Yeah, Jake, eastbound 70 at Harding Street. It's a stall blocking the left lane and slowing us down as you make your way through that incident. And then eastbound 70 tight as you enter the south split. Southbound 6570 stop and go traffic from Michigan Street into the south split for a 4-minute delay. East side southbound 465 slow from 70 over to Brookville Road. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. Feel the thunder as the IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series hits Darana Dragway, Milan, July 23rd to 26th. Get tickets at IHRA.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Partly cloudy overnight tonight. A few showers and thunderstorms possible north of Indianapolis. It's going to be mild and muggy with lows near 75. Showers and thunderstorms heading into your Friday, scattered at times. Hot and humid with highs near 91. And then spotty showers and storms for the weekend with highs near 90. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it! So, Hammer, yesterday there were drips and drabs of reports coming in that Attorney General Pam Bondi, of course, was the previous Attorney General of Florida. Before that, homicide prosecutor in Florida, and now she was Trump's pick to be the Attorney General. She came out and, a few months ago, hey, I've got the files, I've got the Epstein files, and we're going to get those to you as soon as possible. And we haven't gotten the files. Now, reports say that she was telling Trump in May that his name may or may not appear in multiple times in the quote-unquote files, whatever those files entail, correct?
That's correct.
It shouldn't be news, though.
No, Wall Street Journal has already posted about this a while back. In a previous article, the Wall Street Journal, which last time I checked was certainly not a Trump-friendly publication, writes, quote, records show that in the 1990s, Donald Trump flew on Epstein's private plane, primarily between Palm Beach and New York. Some of these flights included family members, such as his then-wife, Marla Maples, and daughter, Tiffany Trump. However, there is no evidence that he visited Epstein's notorious Little St. James Island where many crimes occurred.
Yeah, I'm sure there's tons of stuff in these quote-unquote files about interactions between Epstein and thousands of different people that didn't include or involve any illegal activity.
Right. I don't really care about the files. I care about the island. I care about who's having sex with kids. That's the thing we care about. If he flew on his private plane from New York to Florida, if his wife's on there, if his kid's on there, if he met him at a cocktail party, I don't really care. And it's the same thing with Bill Clinton. But if you're down there on that island and you're doing reprehensible things to underage girls, now we've got a ball game.
And nobody's paid the price for that. We know what went on. We know what happened. We have victims' testimonies. We have Ghislaine Maxwell. Epstein's pimp,
right?
You know, I mean, that's call it is what it is, a pimp. She procured the talent, flew them in, acted like a big sister to them, groomed them.
Right. Now, speaking of Ghislaine Maxwell, she was the recipient of a subpoena.
Good. Funky cold subpoenas.
Fox News has confirmed that the FBI and CIA and the National Security Agency were all served today with subpoenas.
Funky cold subpoenas.
House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer issued a subpoena ordering Ghislaine Maxwell to testify from prison in Florida. But the Deputy Attorney General, Todd Blanche, flew down and met with her today. Now, this comes after a judge declined to release grand jury documents from the criminal probe, but Maxwell, set to be or is in the process of being interviewed right now at a federal correctional institution in Tallahassee, and that's where she's serving her 20-year sentence in the recruiting and grooming scandal.
Testify about what? I mean, she's already testified.
I think Steve wants
I
names.
don't know that she testified, actually. That might be wrong. I don't know that she took the stand in her own defense. But what do we now? What new things are we trying to learn here from her?
Now we want names. Now that we've got Comey's incompetent daughter out of the way with the prosecution team, maybe she's willing to sing like a canary. Now the question becomes, are we okay if Ghislaine Maxwell gets some sort of perk for talking to the feds? Like her sentence is lowered or something like that. I don't want to say a plea because she's already been convicted, but if there's some sort of commuted sentence in exchange for some bigger fish here.
I don't know. Do we trust what she has to say? I mean, what point now does she have to lie? I mean, she's already been charged, like you said. So I'm willing to probably believe 50% of, 50, 60% of what she would have to say in terms of names and clients and people that she, quote, worked with on that little island, which I've seen, by the way.
I'm sorry?
I've seen Epstein Island when I went to the.
That's right.
When I went to the.
That's right.
The Virgin Islands.
I totally forgot about that. I thought you were making some sort of claim here, Mike.
No. Honestly, we went on a catamaran tour. We stayed on St. John's, and then there's St. Thomas. No, we stayed on St. Thomas, and then we went on this big boat tour. And we passed by Epstein Island, and they stopped on this huge giant catamaran. We're all having drinks. It's all Lindsay's. I'm on a work trip with Lindsay, so I got to behave. But they stopped right in front of Epstein Island and pointed to it like it was some sort of tourist attraction. Like they stopped the catamaran. They said, if you look to your left, it's like being 30,000 foot in the air, and the pilot says, if you look to your left, there's a Grand Canyon down below. Well, if you look to your left, that island and the other little island next to it is Epstein Island. And the lady actually said that. She goes, that's Epstein Island. Other people call it Pedophile Island. And so we all just kind of stood there and looked at it.
If you're pointing it out, I'll look at it. Like if I'm taking a tour of homes in Los Angeles, and over here, this is where OJ murdered his wife, I would look at it.
I just thought it was a strange thing for to act like it's some sort of tourist attraction. But go on. I got a sidetrack there.
But if I'm Ghislaine Maxwell, you said, well, why should we believe her? What's her motivation to talk? I'd be pissed if I were Maxwell. I'm the only one serving time, and I know for a fact some people are out there that had sex with kids. So maybe that motivation is enough for her to say, yeah, I'll tell you who exactly it was, but you better take care of me and commute my sentence a little bit. Because, listen, I think people did worse things than Ghislaine Maxwell. Now, in no way is she a saint. She groomed these little girls, and she learned to fly a chopper to bring them to Pedo Island. That's pretty reprehensible. But there's some pretty bad people that did not serve any time. And if she gives us their names, I think we got a ball game here. More subpoenas being passed out. This is
Lots
from the
subpoenas.
House panel, an 8-2 vote. They said they want to hear from Bill and Hillary Clinton and others in regards to the Epstein links. This was an 8-2 vote in a House panel. The only two no votes were a representative from Los Angeles and Arizona. Among some of the yes votes, Brian Jack of Georgia, In Your Face Nancy Mace, and Scott Perry of Pennsylvania.
Well, the artist rendering of Bill Clinton wearing Monica Lewinsky's blue dress in Epstein's apartment should be worth the subpoena alone.
It was Perry of Pennsylvania that put the list together. And in addition to the Clintons, the following people may be getting subpoenas here: Comey, Loretta Lynch, Eric Holder, Merrick Garland, Jeff Sessions, Alberto Gonzalez, Robert Mueller. Big finish. Mueller! And last but certainly not least.
Yes?
I love Bill Barr. Former Attorney General Bill Barr.
Boy, lots of subpoenas. And this doesn't even have anything to do with the Russia-Obama stuff, the intelligence manufacturing.
All Epstein
Wow,
stuff.
this is all Epstein.
Real quick, before we hit a break here, I don't know if anybody watched the new South Park episode last night. Holy crap. Like, I will say this about South Park. Now, they went after Trump last night, but they also went after some things on the other side.
Didn't they use AI to show him nude or something? Trump nude?
Equal opportunity offenders on South Park. So if you're familiar with the show, Saddam Hussein used to be in a sexual relationship with Satan on the show. And he had this funny little pipsqueak voice. Well, now they've made it so it's Donald Trump that's in that relationship with Satan.
Oh, dear.
And they're in bed together in this scene.
I'm not in the mood right now. Another random bitch commented on my Instagram that you're on the Epstein list.
The Epstein list? Are we still talking about that?
Well, are you on the list or not? It's weird that whenever it comes up, you just tell everyone to relax.
I'm not telling everyone to relax. Relax, guy.
It's the same character. It's just Donald Trump now. But, again, being the equal opportunity offenders they are, they made fun of NPR.
You guys are not going to believe this. The President of the United States canceled NPR. What's NPR? What's NPR? The funniest show ever where all the lesbians and Jews complain about stuff?
Good Lord. And they were talking about how 60 Minutes had to pay Donald Trump. He sued 60 Minutes and he won because they doctored that interview with Kamala Harris.
$16 million, baby.
And now the 60 Minutes was being parodied. They're all scared to say anything.
This is 60 Minutes. Oh, boy. Oh, shit. Oh, God. The small town of South Park, Colorado is protesting against the president. The townspeople claim that the president, who is a great man.
A great man.
Great guy. We know he's probably watching. And we are just reporting on this town in Colorado that's being sued by the president, and they are fighting back.
And just to be clear, we don't agree with them.
No. We think these protesters are total but our own Jim Connor has more. Oh, God.
I'm watching the AI Donald Trump out in the desert nude right now from South Park. It is quite disturbing. Holy God almighty.
It's pretty wild.
Got a tiny little thing poking out there.
Okay, there's enough. Matt Bear.
All right, southbound 465 on the east side. Stop and go traffic before 72 Washington Street. Eastbound 70 on the west side. A stall clear to Harding, then stop and go traffic into Meridian, Illinois. Southbound 65, 75-minute delay from the north split down to the south split. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Right now, it's 93. Heat advisory in effect at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. All right, we have got information about Hammer and Nigel Show Tequila.
Oh, wait, today's National Tequila Day.
It is National Tequila Day, and our pal Brett Glaze from Hiatus, he joins us in studio next.
Hammer and Nigel here, inviting you to join us as we kick off the weekend every Friday around 5:45 with Beer Sample Friday, brought to you by our friends at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Man, I love my new Galaxy Concrete garage floor coating, and if you could have seen the before and after pictures of my old garage floor compared to what it looks like now, you wouldn't even recognize it. They came in, got it done in just as little as a day, and they didn't use epoxy, by the way. I know some people are partial to epoxy. No. Forget about all that stuff. That's the old standard. What they used to coat my garage floor was polyurea, the new premium standard for coatings. And I love the job they did. It's just so much I had them back to do my basement and the concrete floor in my utility room. If you're a guy like me that's in his garage a lot working, you got the beer fridge in there, the TV hanging up, but you hate the way your garage floor looks, call Galaxy Concrete Coatings today, 751-9070. Check out their website, see pictures, tons of different styles to choose from, galaxyconcretecoatings.com.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay,
Ooh,
deep breath.
High five.
You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced advanced security? I'm so stoked.
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm? Totally natural.
Sweet. Thank you. Thank you. High five, everybody. High five.
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five.
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25. New customers only. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Lately, the market has been making some big moves, and not all in the right direction. If you've been watching the numbers and wondering what it all means for your retirement, you're not alone. At Howard Bailey Financial, we plan for times like this. The truth is, a volatile day on Wall Street can feel a lot different when you're getting closer to retirement. That's why right now is the right time to take a fresh look at your portfolio, and Howard Bailey can help. Are you taking on more risk than you realize? Are you diversified in a way that makes sense for where you are in life? Find out today with the help of our free Market Volatility Guide. Visit retirewithpurpose.com to download your free guide and learn more about what market shifts may mean for you. That's retirewithpurpose.com. Together, let's make sure your plan is built to weather whatever comes next. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris.
Texas!
Then it's off to Rome.
Georgia!
And you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin.
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
He went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to My Computer Career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
Jello shooters full of smearing on, but tequila makes her clothes fall off.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Happy National Tequila Day, everybody. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special in-studio gift.
Brett Glaze from Hiatus Tequila joins us. You were the mastermind of the Hammer and Nigel Show Tequila that sold out within just a couple of weeks. Earlier last year,
Reposado Barrel Select, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Correct.
The flavor there.
Yeah, that was one of the. Well, that's the expression that you guys picked. Gave you several different variations, and you went with the Barrel
Spicy.
Select.
Yeah, whiskey
Reposado.
barrels, right?
Yeah.
They're aged in whiskey barrels.
Yes.
So that was the preview.
And you're giving me too much credit. Actually, this whole private barrel select thing was your guys' idea. If you remember, you had my partner, the founder owner Christopher, on, and
we cornered him.
And he thought you were kidding as we left the studio and we're going down the elevator. I said, "Those guys are serious, Chris. This isn't some."
Rinky-dink
operation. These guys are legit, and yeah, we came out with a private barrel select with your guys' logo on the label, and it was a huge success. So that's kind of
was he happy about that? Because the hemorrhoids and the Nigerians and the Allisonians and all the people that listen to this program, they're loyal, they're awesome, and they buy the product.
Oh, it was unbelievable. My marketing gal, so I had to ask for some funds to, and get this program off the ground, so to speak. And she's like, is this going to be a success? And I said, yes, unequivocally. I said, these guys know what they're doing, and it's going to be big, and sure enough, it was. So thank you to you guys, and that's kind of why we're here today.
Why are we here today?
Well,
it's National Tequila Day.
It is National Tequila Day.
Come bearing gifts.
Yeah, came bearing some cakes, boozy bunt cakes that were made real lime.
Who makes these boozy bunt cakes?
Yeah, just a friend of mine. She's got a ghost kitchen here in town. So great person, great items called booze. Not here promoting her, but I wanted to bring something unique, so she made these boozy bunt cakes with our reposado and put some real lime in there. So
nice.
Give it a try.
Hold it up to the camera there, Nige, so the folks on YouTube can get a good idea of what we're talking about. But rumors of round 2 of the tequila.
So it is official, drum roll, as they say. We're going to do it again.
Yeah! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Round two.
So
are we doing reposado again, or are we going to taste test and do a different flavor? What did you call it earlier? Not a flavor, but
an expression.
An expression.
Expression.
Yeah.
So
I like the way.
Yeah. So there's Blanco, there's Repo, there's Añejo. There's something called an extra añejo, which we don't do. But last year we had a couple of. So we did a blind taste test with you guys, and that's what we're going to do again this year. So I can't tell you specifically what style it's going to be.
Okay.
But last year the 5 variations, we had 2 Repos, 2 añejos, and then we kind of had we had something called the wild card, which was aged in French oak Chardonnay barrels.
Right on.
So, which is unique to the tequila, and it's not unheard of.
It's a substantial upgrade to the stuff in the plastic bottle that I drank in my early 20s. That's what you're telling me.
The warm yellow stuff.
That's exactly it. So, but I'm gonna.
That's great news, man.
Yeah. So the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna have. So the samples have been pulled. They're probably sitting in at a UPS location in Laredo, Texas, waiting to come across the border. And when I get the samples, then I'm gonna come back and visit you and let you pick your favorite of the 4 or 5 samples, and then we'll get it all over and do it all rinse and repeat, as we say. So we're super excited, and I can't thank you guys enough.
Thank you.
This started off as kind of I won't say a joke, but
I thought the
whole Hammer and Nigel show started off as a joke, honestly, and here we are, 8 years later,
and you get a paycheck, and you get a paycheck. That's huge. So.
The boozy bunt cake, very good, by the way.
Get a few in those, and you'll be a floozy bunt cake. You're ready to get it on. What's the timeline here? Like, when would these bottles possibly be available in stores?
So, moving target. So, we're hoping, fingers crossed, let's say end of October, beginning of November. My goal timing is to have product. We're going to do what we did last time. We're going to sell them through all the ale emporiums. So they're going to partner up with us again and be available for purchase at all 3 of their locations, soon to be 4. They're getting ready to open an Avon location in January. But my goal is to have product available for your listeners before the holidays. But, I got to get it across the border. So, there can be glitches.
Right.
So
it's harder to come across the border now than it was the previous administration.
The rumor has it, yes. yeah. So things are a little bit tighter now.
Well, let's celebrate here.
Yeah,
you brought some of our Hammer and Nigel Reposado tequila with you there.
And you had a lot of our listeners coming into the Ale Emporium, and
it's unbelievable. Yeah,
they're the best, man.
Your customers. I remember when we did the live remote, kicking off the release of the last expression.
Don't be afraid to break your wrist there.
Yeah,
don't be afraid to break your wrist there.
So I'll just leave the bottle with you. But, there was a guy that showed up with a flag the size of
Drake for America. Our buddy Drake.
He had the Hammer and Nigel flag, didn't he?
Yes. And you guys weren't even there, and
he was tailgating.
Yeah, and he told me, he's like, "Hey, I'm here a little bit early." early. He goes, I know I'm going to miss these guys because I've got to get into work. But he just wanted to come by and wave his flag and buy a bottle. And I tell you what, that he's one of thousands that you have out there. So so give me a handful of those listeners and buy a bottle of tequila.
Heck yeah.
We're
Give
up
us
and
a
running.
toast, Hammer.
Cheers.
Hey, to Hiatus Tequila and another round of Hammer and Nigel Show Tequila. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Delicious.
Pretty good.
Delicious. Thank you, Brett.
No, thank you guys.
We'll keep everybody updated on the timeline here.
Yeah.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
WindowNation.com for the best windows in the business. All 5-star reviews. It doesn't get any better than Window Nation. And right now you can get 50% off all style windows, plus 0 interest for 5 whole years. You choose Window Nation to replace your windows. You won't pay any interest until 2030.
Look, when you have heat like we've got right now, if your AC unit in your house isn't keeping up what it's supposed to be, it might be because of your windows. You need to get energy-efficient windows. It keeps the perfect climate in and the hot, blazing weather or the freezing weather outside. Window Nation has those windows, and they're 50% off. Any style of window, 50% off, and you don't pay any interest for 5 years. Call Window Nation today. At least talk to somebody. 866-90-NATION. 866-90-NATION, or go to windownation.com.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. That's 800-948-1659.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply, stop to opt out.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country. When you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
Connect with a local divorce attorney today. Text divorce66 to 323232. Divorce 66 to 323232. 101 West Ohio, Indianapolis.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Remembering Hogan, partly cloudy and 92 degrees on Monument Circle, heat indices in the triple digits. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:33. World Wrestling Entertainment legend Hulk Hogan has died in his home in Clearwater, Florida early Thursday. Hogan transformed professional wrestling into a global phenomenon. His career reached new heights in 1996 when he shocked fans by turning heel and forming the New World Order as Hollywood Hulk Hogan. This chance transformed his character and skyrocketed professional wrestling's popularity. Hogan was 71. Ceasefire talks for Gaza have broken down, with America and Israel blaming Hamas's lack of good faith in negotiations. State Department spokesperson Tommy Pickett blamed the humanitarian crisis in Gaza to Hamas.
We have been dedicated to getting those 90 million meals into Gaza in a way where it has not been looted by Hamas. We have been dedicated to getting aid into Gaza. It is something that the Secretary and the President have talked about, worked for. These discussions of getting more aid into Gaza have been part of that ceasefire we are hoping for. But again, the blame of this lies at the feet of Hamas.
This setback presents peace efforts even as the World Health Organization warns millions of people in Gaza are starving, but Israel's foreign ministry denied these starvations, calling them Hamas propaganda. A new law will help save lives in the state. Johnette Cruz reports.
A bipartisan effort, House-enrolled Act 1167 allows Hoosiers to quickly detect the deadly synthetic drug fentanyl, which is involved in over 90% of Indianapolis's opioid overdoses. In just 30 seconds to 2 minutes, these strips can provide provide crucial information. Local organizations champion the change, emphasizing it's about saving lives and empowering individuals to make safer choices. Fentanyl is the most common drug in Indiana overdose deaths. These test strips are now available to residents, offering a vital tool in preventing tragedies. Jeanette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You are now 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It is 3:35.
Attention taxpayers. If you or your business owe the IRS back taxes or have years of unfiled tax returns, the IRS has greenlighted billions of dollars in tax relief to those facing financial hardship through its tax relief initiatives. If you have a delinquent tax problem and possibly facing wage garnishment, liens, levies, audits, or already in a payment plan, you may now qualify for significant relief. Qualifying and enrolling in this program could stop all collections, settle your tax problem, and may even reduce what you owe by up to 99%. Call the hotline at Tax Pro USA to see if you qualify by dialing 800-554-3122. If you or your business owe at least $10,000 in back taxes to the IRS or state, you can now get the help that you need during these hard economic times. Call Tax Pro USA to get your free tax assessment to see what you qualify for by dialing 800-554-3122. 800-554-3122. That's 800-554-3122.
With traffic now, here's Matt Bear.
All right, Jakey side, southbound 465 at 70. Crash on the exit ramp to I-70. And the ramp is open right now. It is partially blocked. Looking at northbound 65 on the south side, starting to slow around the south split up to Washington Street. And then southbound 65 70 stopped from the north split to the south split for an 8-minute delay. Crash southbound Benford at 75th. Also a crash in Carmel. Southbound 31 between 106 and 465. Crash on the south side, eastbound Raymond Street at Keystone Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Tonight, a few showers and thunderstorms possible north of Indianapolis. Lows near 75. Showers and thunderstorms heading into your Friday, scattered at times. Hot and humid with highs near 91. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Okay, so police action shooting earlier this morning. The good news is no police were hurt. And also the guy that they shot is dead. And the bad news is before, this guy was fleeing the scene of his wife's homicide. This guy's just killed his wife.
Domestic dispute.
It's a domestic dispute, 4800 block North Ritter Street. She was taken to the hospital. She was pronounced dead. Killer flees the scene. Police pick him up, and eventually it leads to a shootout, and he's dead.
And there's a police chase where this lunatic is firing shots out of his car during the police chase. And again, man, what some of our officers have to deal with,
I know,
and the things they go through every day.
Well, I mean, this is 7:20 in the morning.
Right.
It's not like it was at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning. This is 7:20 in the morning, which I don't know if time makes a difference or not. You just don't think or expect to get into a shootout that early.
They say, according to the report, at least 3 times during the pursuit, the suspect stopped his car and fired several shots at officers with a rifle. 2 of the police cars were struck by the gunfire. 1 officer shot back. The dude eventually got out of his car and tried to make a run for it, and that's when they cornered the guy. He pulled out a gun, and the police immediately eliminated the threat, so to speak. They shot him down. They found multiple guns on this guy. The car that he had abandoned had an extra gun in it, and his rifle was found with him at the scene of the shooting.
I don't know what this guy's rap sheet looks like. I mean, longer than a CVS receipt.
Right. The president of the Fraternal Order of Police, friend of our show, Rick Snyder, put out this statement, quote, "This morning during rush hour traffic, folks were cutting their grass and getting started for the day. Another violent offender thought absolutely nothing of ambushing officers, shooting at them, and trying to kill police officers on multiple occasions, all while attempting to escape apprehension in broad daylight. Once again, our capital city was protected and served by professionally trained, uniformed officers.
Hell yeah.
The hard truth is that there are times when criminal violence must be stopped by lawful violence to uphold law and restore order. It goes on to say, the women and men of IMPD continue to risk it all, subdue evil, and protect the innocent. Our officers believe their capital city is worth fighting for.
Every day, man. Those guys walk out the door never knowing if they're going to come back again.
I mean, just a lunatic at, 7-something in the morning?
Right.
Unreal. Miss Allison, I hate this, but I need some mood music. Hulk Hogan,
man,
dead at the age of 71. Real name Terry Bollea. Died in his Florida home. Cardiac arrest, Nige. He'd been dealing with some health issues, but it sounded like he had kind of turned a corner a little bit.
Got sober. But people could kind of, like, when he would make public appearances, like, look at him and say, yeah, something's off.
Right. For the last couple of months, it seemed like he was in a pretty bad way. But there were reports, like his friend Jimmy Hart, who used to be a manager in wrestling, put out a tweet a couple days ago saying, we went to karaoke last night. He's great. He's in good spirits, you know. And then you hear the news today that the Hulkster died of cardiac arrest, 71.
Well, I mean, Jimmy, what was his name?
Jimmy Hart, the mouth of the South.
The mouth of the South, that's right. I mean, he could very well be right. They could have been out with karaoke, and this cardiac arrest could have just came out of nowhere. I mean, you never know with heart attacks.
It's been a rough week for 80s kids, right? If you grew up in the 80s, I mean, you had Theo from The Cosby Show, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Cosby Show, probably the premier television program of the mid to late 80s. And then you have Ozzy dying, who's probably at the very top of the rock and roll food chain, had a big run of success in the 80s. And the guy that transformed professional wrestling into the entertainment business, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I mean, I was introduced to wrestling, going over to my old man's on the weekend. We'd watch all that stuff on TV. I mean, that was his hero, Hulk Hogan.
He took it next level. He was doing movies, right? It used to be unheard of for like a professional wrestler to be like a celebrity.
Yeah.
He was going on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson and
Rocky movies
and all the memorabilia, all that stuff, Hulkamania. This dude was so big, when you hear the word brother, he owns it.
Brother.
Like, he's the first person you think of when you hear the word brother, Hulk Hogan. And man, it seems like just yesterday he was at the RNC, the big convention.
Oh, that's right.
And he was stumping for Trump.
But what happened last week when they took a shot at my hero? And they tried to kill the next president of the United States. Enough was enough.
He's ripping off the shirt.
Let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again.
I mean, he sounded great there.
He
sounded amazing there, actually.
It was so wild. Like, I've seen a couple documentaries about the past election and even the big Madison Square Garden rally. And we'll play another clip here in just a moment. But like these big time politicians, the president, the vice president, J.D. Vance, they were all starstruck to meet Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're backstage. There's Elon Musk and there's all these movers and shakers. But like J.D. Vance in this documentary was like, I just got a picture with the Hulkster. This is from that Madison Square Garden rally.
Let me tell you something, brother. He's always told you exactly what he thought, and he still does, brother. All you lowlifes, all you scumbags, all you drug dealers, and all you crooked politicians need to answer one question, brother. What you gonna do when Donald Trump and all the Trumpomaniacs run wild on you, brother?
Man, Rob and I were talking about this earlier when I went on his show. All of those stars that made professional wrestling like a big pop culture thing in the 80s, they're all gone. The Iron Sheik is gone, Andre the Giant, Rowdy Roddy Piper, the Macho Man, and now the Hulkster. Like Vince McMahon, honestly, is the only one left. And he's dealing with his own issues right now.
Do you remember the two other movies besides Rocky that he was in, like the prominent ones?
No Holds Barred.
Yes.
There was Santa with Muscles.
I don't remember that one, but I'll trust
Bad
your
Christmas
judgment.
movie. Okay.
And then Suburban
Commando.
Yeah!
Suburban Commando.
There it is. Shep Ramsey.
Yeah, man. This is
and the signature. I mean, did he come up with the ripping off of the shirt? Is that it? I mean,
when you see somebody do it, you think of
that's
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
The
ripping off of the shirt. That's. I mean,
he owns the word brother, and anybody that rips off a shirt, that's Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace. Before we go into a break, give me your best. What you're gonna do, brother? Give it to me, Nigel.
What you gonna do, brother, when Hulkamania runs wild on you?
Well, let me tell you something, brother. What you're gonna do when the millions of Allisonians run wild on you, brother? It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
You know, Hammer and I were talking about this the other day. Victor's Home Solutions. Like, if you need any work done on your roof, you got to call these guys, and here's why. They are so confident in the precision craftsmanship and training of their crews. They offer an industry-best 50-year leak-free guarantee. So what that means is if anything goes wrong with that roof due to workmanship or materials, Victor's will fix it for free. That's how confident in the job they can do for you.
Why would you not want a free 21-point roof inspection from the best in the business? The folks that are going to show up in a marked vehicle on time, be clean, and they will get up on the roof, take a full 21-point roof inspection, and tell you the results of it. And it doesn't cost you anything. Why would you not want that? So call today and set it up. 866-VICTORS. That's 866-VICTORS. Or go to victors.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Summer's in full swing, so come get that hot summer deal at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get $20,000 off select 2024 Lincoln Navigators, plus 0% for 72 months. Or lease a new 2025 Lincoln Corsair for just $499 per month at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP $110,425. Corsair MSRP $53,915. $3,500 due at lease signing. 0 security deposit. 36 months. 10,500 miles per year. Offers good through 7/31/2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZzzQuil Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
If you're struggling with weight and frustrated with dieting each and every year, Mark Patrick Seminars can help.
After this hypnosis, I want to eat good food.
Since August, I can honestly say I have not had one potato chip.
It was life-changing for me.
And I don't think about desserts like I used to.
Bridget, how much have you lost now?
I had lost a total of 83 pounds.
Holy cow.
It's easy, it's fun, very relaxing, and very successful.
And I would just say go for it.
What are you waiting for? Join Mark Patrick Seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. Early bird special only $49.99. Hypnosis designed to destroy unwanted cravings, late day eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. Seminar Thursday, July 31st at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss seminar 5:30, stop smoking seminar 8 p.m. Or Saturday, August 2nd, Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m., stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Registration 30 minutes before. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com. That's markpatrickseminars.com. Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's family-owned jewelry store, is dedicated to quality and fine craftsmanship. Let them help you celebrate that special moment in your life. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at drexelin.com or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go.
News doesn't wait, and neither should you. Breaking news updates, local headlines, and statewide coverage are always available at WIBC.com. When the news moves fast, we will too. Stay in the know while you're on the go with WIBC.com.
All right, Matt Bear, what's going on?
Hammer, I'm checking out this crash on the east side. It runs from southbound 465 to eastbound 70 at the bottom of the exit ramp, and it's pretty gnarly here. We have a semi involved, and traffic is getting by on the left shoulder at the moment. Traffic is slow, not quite to Penn Pike, but we do have a delay if you're trying to peel off to eastbound 70 from southbound. And then westbound 70, stop and go traffic from Sherman Drive into the north split, and that delay continues on southbound 6570. 9-minute delay, north split down to the south split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at drexelin.com. Visit drexelin.com for your free interior design or visit the showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
It's a hot one. Heat advisory in effect. 93 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. So, in a new survey, Nige, 53% of Americans admit they have indeed peed in a swimming pool as an adult.
As an adult, okay.
As an adult.
You had to add that in there.
23% say they would not report poop in a community or hotel pool because that may lead to the pool being closed down.
Sure.
So, Homer Simpson, your thoughts?
Hey, everybody pees in the pool.
Look, I've peed in the pool. I've peed in the ocean.
Yeah.
But if I see a turd floating in my hotel pool, I'm reporting
the turd. I don't like our neighbors down the street who I was just at last night, Marcus and Deb. They got a pool, and they got I would not pee in their pool. I would not.
I bet you peed right in Deb's pool.
No, what I do is but they have trees in their backyard, so I'll get out, and then they don't mind if I go behind the tree and out of sight, out of the neighbors and sight and everything. So that's what I'll do. I'm sure there's probably, they're generous enough at their pool that some kids come over sometimes. I'm sure a kid has peed in the pool.
Right.
Every kid's peed in every pool.
What if Deb pees in? Are you okay if Deb pees in her own pool?
It's her pool. Deb could pee in her pool all she wants.
Okay.
But I'm not going to pee in my neighbor's pool. I had that, a slight amount of respect for my neighbors who are letting me come over and swim and hang out and let our dogs play and my kids come over. So
Deb, I respect you so damn much. I'm going to get out of this pool and go pee on your plants. Because I'm a gentleman. That's why, Deb.
Now,
that's why.
I fully understand that if I go to a place in Cincinnati, like Great Wolf Lodge, I'm floating in urine in the lazy river.
Oh, yeah.
In the lazy river or the wave pool.
It's 67% pee.
Oh yeah. Those are high percentages. And even when we would take the kids when they were smaller, they would shut down. They had that little kids area over there in Great Wolf Lodge. When you first walk in, it's just for little kids, toddlers. They've shut that down many, many times because of poo in the pool. I mean, there's protocol they have to follow.
Yeah, a poo is where I draw the line. A floating Mr. Hanky is where I draw the line. Does that make me a Karen if I say, hey, somebody clean the pool down, close it down because there's a floater in there?
What if it's just a baby Ruth?
Well,
there it is.
No big deal. You got to take a bite out of it to prove that it is indeed the Baby Ruth.
I like how they say it.
Allison, be honest. When was the last time you peed in the pool?
What day is it?
Right. I don't pee in pools.
Oh, bull crap.
I'll pee in a lake or ocean.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, yeah.
So that was a couple years ago, probably. But yeah, no, not the pool. Not the pool.
30 seconds left here. Do you think we could get the governor to do a shot of tequila of hiatus when he comes in here?
We can ask.
There's no way, right? I mean, he'll drink a beer with us, but he's not doing a shot of tequila with us on National Tequila Day.
He may.
Nah, I'm betting no. I'm betting no.
We're going to find out at 5:15 today.
Okay.
When Governor Mike Braun joins us in studio.
Yep.
We got some serious stuff to talk about, but will he take a shot of Hammer and Nigel tequila? Place your bets. Find out later on.
The deals at Andy Moore Ford just keep on coming. The red, white, and new sales event. Get independence from car payments with no payments for 3 months and enjoy your freedom in the new Ford F-150 Super Crew or that absolutely amazing Ford Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months. Save $15,000. That's $15,000 off MSRP on new 2024 F-150s or Expeditions, or buy a new Ford Super Duty truck for under $40,000. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield is your spot for all the Super Duty trucks. They've got 175 trucks to choose from right there on the lot at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. And with more to your door, simply purchase your vehicle online and they'll deliver it to your door. Andy Moore Ford, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at andymoreford.com. That's MOHR. AndyMooreFord.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9379. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9379. That's 800-575-9379. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
History returns with the Brickyard 400 at the famed 2.5-mile oval, celebrating NASCAR's roots at the racing capital of the world. Brickyard weekend starts Thursday, July 24th with the Indiana Sprint Week race, with sprint cars running on the IMS dirt track for the first time ever. Saturday, July 26th, get ready for action with the NASCAR Xfinity Series Pennzoil 250. Then Sunday, July 27th, the NASCAR Cup Series Brickyard 400, presented by PPG, returns to the oval of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Buy now and save at IMS.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
You ready to build your custom dream home? Check out Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield. See one of their model homes in person anytime. It is a great way for you to experience the customization and quality of a Joyner Homes custom-built home. Plus, you can meet with a new home specialist to learn about their building process. Available lots if you don't already have one. Find out about floor plans and where they build. Model homes are open 7 days a week from noon to 5, and walk-ins are welcome. Find out more at JoynerHomes.com.
This is the soundtrack of summer.
Some memories last forever.
A cow says...
Some memories thrill.
This is a roller coaster.
Some memories chill.
Listen to the lemon shake-up.
And new memories are waiting at your Indiana State Fair. Presented by Get Prepared Indiana. Save now on discounted tickets.
Coming up in 2 minutes, that is all from the Technology Recycler Studios. A tragedy that struck in Indianapolis this morning. One new regional hub that was announced. A woman who is facing consequences for what she did last year. You will hear about this right after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC. WIBC HD1 Indianapolis, it's 4 o'clock.
The Justice Department is suing New York City. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The lawsuit is over sanctuary city policies and also names city officials, including New York Mayor Eric Adams.
It's a 37-page lawsuit, but essentially the argument from the Justice Department is that the sanctuary laws violate the supremacy clause of the Constitution. This is very similar to the arguments that we've seen the Trump administration make against Chicago, and also Los Angeles.
Fox's Nate Foy. Mayor Adams has criticized sanctuary policies. Federal prosecutors previously dropped a corruption case against him, arguing in part it could interfere with him helping to enforce immigration laws. The French president just announcing France will recognize Palestine as a state, calling it urgent that the war in Gaza stops and the civilian population is saved. He was a crossover icon.
The ultimate male versus the ultimate meatball.
That's Hulk Hogan in Rocky III. The legendary wrestler died earlier today after paramedics responded to his Florida home for a cardiac arrest call. Friend and business partner Eric Bischoff tells Fox.
He just had a big heart. And until you got to know Terry Bollea, you were overwhelmed with the character Hulk Hogan. And that was his life. But he really was one of the kindest, most generous people that I've ever met.
Hogan campaigned last year for President Trump, who just posted, "We lost a great friend today," calling him the Hulkster and writing that his cultural impact was massive, also sending love to his family. Hulk Hogan was 71. We also found out today that Chuck Mangione died earlier this week. The Grammy-winning musician was 84, a spokesperson telling People magazine he died in his sleep at home. A mixed day on Wall Street, the Dow down 316 at the bell, but new highs again for the S&P and the NASDAQ. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Violence in Indy that has escalated. A heat advisory in effect. It's also partly cloudy and 92 degrees on Monument Circle. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:02. A case of domestic violence ended up with both a husband and a wife dead. IMPD Assistant Chief Catherine Cummings says the man shot and killed his wife, took off, and then fired at police during a chase. And then officers shot and killed him.
My thoughts are with her family and her loved ones as they grieve her loss. An entire neighborhood was impacted.
Cummings says the violence started just before 7 in the morning when officers were called to North Ritter Avenue and found a woman in critical condition. She later died at the hospital. Police are still looking into what led up to the shooting. Major implications for the state of Indiana from the United States Department of Agriculture this week. Jarrett Lewis reports.
In an announcement made Thursday, U.S. Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins says the agency will be undergoing some big changes, like relocating operations and staff out of the U.S. Capitol.
Moving our key services outside Washington, D.C. to ensure that USDA is located closer to the people we serve, while also providing a more affordable cost of living for our employees and their families.
The reorganization plan in place includes creating 5 new USDA regional hubs. Indiana Senator Jim Banks' pitch for Indianapolis ended up paying off as Rollins selected it as one of the 5 cities to have a USDA hub. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A woman is facing 12 years in prison and 4 years on probation for a crime spree in February last year. Denise Honorio attacked 2 women, one out of a hospital and the other out of the French Time in Broad Ripple. She also spray painted nearly 50 cars in a parking garage in downtown Indy. First responders in Indianapolis put their lives on the line every day, working long shifts to keep you safe. This July 24th, local convenience stores are stepping up with free coffee and drinks to thank them during the nationwide 24/7 day campaign.
From fire to EMS, police, doctors, nurses, Red Cross volunteers, this is our way, our little way to say thank you. So whether it's the free cup of coffee, free fountain drink, a free snack, whatever a participating store is offering, this is our way to invite them in and say, we see you, we thank you.
Kevin O'Connell is the executive director of the NACS Foundation. The foundation began in 1994 to support and train future leaders in the convenience store industry through scholarships. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It is now 4:04.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-962-2403. 800-962-2403. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-962-2403.
With traffic at 4:05, here's Matt Bear.
All right, Jake, stay off West Street for a little bit, will you? We are seeing this downtown completely jammed both directions from West 10th Street down to South Street. So that's because of construction going on until late September. Now, a bad crash on the east side. It's southbound 465 to eastbound 70 involving a semi. The ramp is open, but man, is it slowing. It's backed up on eastbound 72 Arlington Avenue in those southbound lanes of 465 jammed to 30th Street. So the ramp is banked up onto the main line, the main part of the interstate. On the west side, crash northbound 465 after Crawfordsville Road, no delay at the moment. Eastbound 70 jams from Harding Street into the south split, and southbound 6570 is stopped from the north split to the south split for an 11-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. Feel the thunder as the IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series hits Dorana Dragway Milan, July 23rd to 26th. Get tickets at IHRA.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. And now your American Standard Cooling Weather Center forecast.
As we move into Thursday night, the northern part of the state might be lit up with a few stray storms and showers. However, central Indiana stays mostly dry with a chance of rain here in central Indiana, maybe 10 to 20%. Partly to mostly cloudy skies around, low temperature around 76, winds out of the southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow is going to be still on the toasty side of things with partly cloudy skies and about a 20% chance of a stray shower or two popping into the forecast. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Renner Sudis, 493 WIBC.
On the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it! More drama for your mama at Boss Hogsett's office. Joe Hogsett administration. Hammer, this is getting ridiculous. To say it's getting ridiculous is just an understatement. It's just a generalized. This journalist from Mirror Indy is reporting that the mayor and his administration is delaying the release of an audit of its human resources division. But that's not the story. The story is it was supposed to be out in 2020. There you go. Do with that what you will, my friend.
It's almost like old Boss Hogsett doesn't want you to find out what's going on from an HR standpoint in the mayor's office.
God, we already know what's going on. Or at least went on.
Yeah, it's a mess over there. A very high-profile sexual harassment scandal. His former right-hand man, Thomas Carl Cook, allegedly doing inappropriate things with chicks around the office. And then Boss Hogsett, knowing about it, kind of covering it up. And then after he was basically forced to get Cook out of the office, he brought him back. He brought him back to help with the re-election campaign.
And let's not forget about the inappropriate text Hogsett was sending some of the underlings.
Now, it's not inappropriate. A lot of people send underlings half their age in the office poetry at 3 a.m.
That happens all the time.
Right.
Sure.
Right. This is such a disaster, but it's Boss Hogsett. What would you expect? Peter Blanchard was the guy that had that story at Mirror Indy.
But do they know what's the holdup here? 2020, this Human Resources Division audit was supposed to be released.
Right. And they keep delaying it.
5 years later.
Hold on, it's still bad. We can't put it out yet. It still says we're a bunch of creeps and we're funneling money somewhere. Please don't post it. What's wild is if you read the story from Mirror Indy, half the counselors didn't even know that this was a thing. They had no idea that they had spent money on this.
Yeah.
Some of these counselors weren't even on the council when it was supposed to come out the first time around. And now they're saying, well, had we known about this, we probably would have made a big deal about it. So this tells you the whole we're going to be transparent thing at the mayor's office is not going over real well right now. And side note, it wasn't that long ago that the Marion County Young Democrats called for Joe Hogsett's resignation. The Young Democrats put out a statement, quote, "The future of our party is watching. We refuse to inherit a culture of silence." Man, when you've lost the Young Democrats, the people that grew up eating Tide Pods and seeing Boss Hogsett, my goodness.
And stack on top of that, his own city county council members, the Democratic Party.
Right. Everybody but Vop Osley, apparently, because Boss Hogsett is Vop Osley's dad. He really is. He's the daddy. Hey, Vop, if one of those accusers comes into the council meeting, why don't you do me a solid and kick her out of here? Do me a favor, will you? Okay, boss, you got it. Like, Vop Osley is such a butt sniffer. You don't know where his nose ends and Hogsett's ass begins.
Ew.
And Hogsett's the one that orders it. Like, these people are just the worst. But they win with 60% of the vote because that's what the Democrat ratio is in Marion County.
Why wouldn't Hogsett run again here in a couple of years? Why not?
He certainly can't get a job anywhere else.
Yeah, he's pushing 70.
He thought he was going to get that gig that went to the Atlanta mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms. And boy, he did everything in his power to try to appeal to his super leftist overlords. We're going to make Indy as close to a sanctuary city as possible. The Constitution prevents it here, but damn it, he tried. And he wanted, all of the things that are happening in Portland and Seattle to happen here. And he tried that, and he still didn't get the job. Even the Biden administration says, listen, the guy in charge, he may have dementia. He craps his pants. He falls up and down all the time. But at least he's here. Like, you went missing during the riots, Joe, and we all know where you were at. So, sorry, we're going to pass on giving you a gig right now. Speaking of some younger folks here, like that Young Democrats party that said no thank you to Joe Hogsett, there's a story out. Things that millennials do that Gen Z think is weird. Now, for so long, the millennials would look at people like us, Nigel. We're Gen Xers. Oh, you guys are so old. You say silly things. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. Now it's coming full circle.
So millennials are the generation 81 to 96. Right?
And so then Gen Z, it's like my kids. Like, that's my kids' generation. So my kids are looking at people like producer Allison going, hey, Grandma, why do you still do these types of things?
97 and 2012.
Right.
Basically Gen Z.
So, Allison, jump on the mix here. You fall into the millennial category, I believe.
Yeah.
These are things that you and your people do that the young kids think is embarrassing. Keep a DVD collection.
I do still have my DVDs, and I actually just went through my CDs the other day, and I can't get rid of them. They're in the trunk of my car for Goodwill.
You still got CDs in there?
Yeah, and I can't get rid of them. I have them in a box for Goodwill, but I can't do it.
Hang their framed degrees on the wall.
No. I mean, mine's in communication, so maybe that's why.
I don't have a degree, so I don't have to worry about it.
Store important papers in labeled folders.
That's being an adult.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do that.
That's
Right.
fine.
Gen X.
Use a computer like a modern kid would, Allison. Use coasters on the regular, like putting your drink on a coaster on a table.
I hate putting stuff on coasters. Screw your table. You can just wipe it off later.
But do you know how expensive furniture is? We all can't live in Zionsville, okay? We got to keep our stuff neat.
But my wife makes me keep a coaster. We have this tiny little thing next to our couch, and it's pretty heavy. It's made of marble, but it's marble. You can wipe it off. It's not going to stain. It's not like George's coffee table in Seinfeld where they had to get it refinished. And my wife still makes me use a coaster on that thing. No, you can just wipe it off if it gets wet.
Use an alarm clock instead of their phone.
Yeah, I don't have an alarm.
I use the Alexa in our house.
Yeah, it's
I use
probably
the phone.
smart to do that. If your phone dies in the middle of the night, you're kind of messed up.
And last one, keep a change jar.
Yeah.
I got a change jar.
I have one in my car.
Big empty water cooler thing that's, me and the boys just throw change in like the back room.
My kids do.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have one on purpose.
If you need a reason to drink tonight, I think we kind of touched on this earlier because we did drink. It's National Tequila Day. So normally we play this game with Allison. But Nige, as the resident raging alcoholic on this program, I want to play this game with you.
I've slowed down, but okay.
You sure have.
I don't know if that was sarcastic or not, but go ahead. Let's
Tell
go.
me
All
if
right.
you have heard of these songs about tequila, okay? Honor System.
Yeah, tequila makes her clothes fall off.
Yes, okay.
Straight tequila.
2 for 2.
Oh, yeah. It's another tequila sunrise.
All right.
Maybe.
That's a no. Tequila, little time with you.
You and tequila make me crazy. Is that George Strait?
Chesney.
Nope.
Miranda.
Tequila, Dan and Shay.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Little Red Rocker right there, baby.
That's your guy.
That's my man.
Happy National Tequila Day.
And the announcement made earlier.
Yes, a new round of Hammer and Nigel Show Tequila. Hopefully out this holiday season.
Yes.
New flavor, new packaging. Man, I can't wait for it. Yes, hiatus taking care of us again. All right, since it is National Tequila Day, I feel like we need to do this right. Allison, get rid of this music. Give us something more appropriate here.
Of course.
Now, when the time comes, we need full participation out of everybody, okay? You guys know what to do.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Bear, let's go.
Looking at the northeast side crash, northbound 465 at 75th Street. It blocks the right lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to East 56th Street. Crash eastbound 465 after Allisonville Road, blocking the left lane. Crash on the east side from the exit, southbound 465 to eastbound 70. Traffic is backed up on eastbound 70 past Shadeland Avenue and southbound 65-70 stop from the north split to the south split for a 7-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Grand Appliance. Get extended holiday pricing, exclusive savings on LG appliances during the July 4th Encore sale at Grand Appliance. Visit grandappliance.com or your local Grand today. I'm Matt Bear. Traffic on the 5s.
Tequila!
At WIBC Traffic.
Well done, Matt. Well done.
Bravo.
Happy National Tequila Day. Is this anything? Next.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
I can't keep up with the changing fiscal policy or the markets and their unpredictability. I can't do it. That's why I asked for help. I asked Trajan Wealth to take care of all that for me, and Trajan Wealth is. Bear here, hey, the fiduciary advisors at Trajan are clear on my goals and timeline for retirement and have responded with service that's above and beyond. I really feel like family. Call today and learn more. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Trajan will pay for your first consultation. That's awesome. Trajan Wealth is all about listening, then responding, learning your dreams for retirement, then outfitting you with a personalized portfolio fully customized. And one that offers what we really need, and that's peace of mind. It's for you and you only. Call today, 317-480-4040, or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Indianapolis was built for speed, electricity, and nonstop action. So was Live Golf. So where better to crown a new individual champion? Leading the pack? Rahm, DeChambeau, and Neiman. But only one can be the victor. So be at Chatham Hills August 15th to 17th as Live Golf gets even louder. With a doubleheader concert from Riley Green and Jason Derulo. Tickets are already flying out of the gate. Hurry and grab yours now at livegolf.com.
Oh, man, the wife and I were out enjoying a cocktail on our custom concrete patio out front last night, and we wouldn't have been able to do that without Indy Decorative Concrete. When it comes to custom concrete, stamped or otherwise, they are the best in the business. I'm telling you, they made the process so easy. See, Indy Decorative Concrete's locally owned. They've been around since 2007. The owners, Mark and Jamie, they run a great custom concrete business, but they're great people as well. Mark came out to the house, gave us a few design options, and then my wife and I went to their showroom, and Jamie helped us pick out the stamped pattern we liked best. Once they got started, they were done in 3 days. Everyone who works for them is a W-2 employee. No subs coming to your house. In fact, if I remember correctly, our project manager was the owner's son-in-law. So whether it's a new patio, a sidewalk, porch, any custom concrete, don't do anything until you've checked out IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. That's IndyDecorativeConcrete.com.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
So, where's the lake?
Not here.
But it says Great Lakes Honda of Fishers.
Right. I just don't see a lake.
Who needs a lake when you can lease a 2025 HRV LX all-wheel drive for $329 a month and 0 down?
That definitely won't soak our bank account.
Oh, it's the old Honda of Fishers.
Great Lakes, great people, great cars.
But no actual lake.
Visit us off State Road 37 for special pricing during our summer sales event. With approved credit through Honda Financial. In-stock new Hondas only, not combinable with other offers. All fees due at signing. Loyalty or conquest rebates may apply. Offer ends July 31st. See dealer for details.
Technology Recyclers is the safe and ethical choice for your computer and electronics recycling. R2 certified, 100% landfill free, guaranteed destruction of data, and absolutely free pickups. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's Diamond Engagement Ring Store.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
Brought to you by Indiana Unclaimed, a program presented by the Attorney General's office here in Indiana, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. Fast, easy, and free to search at indianaunclaimed.gov.
Is this anything? A man in Florida flipped out at a gym when they announced that they were closing. So he did what any rational person would do.
Yeah.
He stripped, ran naked through the gym, and tried to set fire to the bathroom, and then hid from the police in a tanning bed. Here are the police finding and apprehending Henry Antunes Alvarado in the tanning bed.
Sheriff's Office,
Come on with your hands up.
Right there. Let me see your hands. Get off. Come out now.
They're gonna wrap you up. Is that better? All right, you left cheek marks.
Oh. Oh, did you catch that?
Oh, you got to play the ending there because he was nude and he was hiding in a tanning bed. And Allison, if you could play just kind of the end there where they find him in the tanning bed.
Cheek marks.
No. You go back.
Is that better? All right, you left cheek marks.
Oh, you left cheek marks.
I hope they spray that tanning bed down at the gym the next morning.
Hope they burn it.
That guy really wanted to work out. He wanted to keep going. He did not want to leave that gym.
He loves that gym.
Boy, wasn't it just an awful tragedy?
I love this gym.
That tragedy at the gym here in Indy where they couldn't find a guy for like 3 days. He had an ankle bracelet on, an ankle monitor on, and he had died of, I believe, I want to get this right, maybe some sort of overdose or something, and he was left in a tanning bed for like 2 or 3 days, and the smell, nobody could find him, and the smell started wafting from that room.
What's more concerning? The people that worked at that gym could not find the dead guy in a tanning bed, or the fact that for 3 days he was missing, but he was wearing an ankle monitor.
Yeah, those seem to be working very well.
Right. That's Ryan Mears' answer for everything. Oh, he dismembered 5 people? Ankle monitor. He's fine. Rubs his hair. Get out of here, you little scamp.
I am still amazed that there are people that go to tanning beds. I used to go to a tanning bed when I was late teens, early 20s.
Did you lay in there nude, or did you wear like the Borat-style thong?
No thongs, no nudity. Just I would just pull my gym shorts up, you know. But I'm surprised they're still around. Maybe the technology is so that it's not quite as bad for your body as it once was.
Pretty cancerous, right? That's what kind of made a lot of people stop. But maybe they're new advances. People get spray tans now. I think that's a lot better. Some coloring. But yeah, I think if you're dead in a tanning bed, that falls on the staff of said gym.
Yeah.
Clearly, you're not cleaning it every night because there's a corpse in one of them. Is this anything?
Clearly.
26-year-old vet named Nicole Pruitt jumped into action to stop a woman from storming the cockpit on a recent Delta flight. The woman was yelling about God, saying she needs to get off the plane. Here is Pruitt talking about stopping this lunatic.
She didn't want to be on the plane anymore. She said God told her to do it. She had a calling. And I'm just like, wait a minute. I don't know about this conversation you got going on, but not today. Nobody else was doing nothing, so I just literally knew I had to do something. I got to make it home to my kids, my children, my grandchildren.
Yeah, she's a hero for sure. I don't think that woman would have gotten through the cockpit door. They'd locked those pretty. I mean, you're on lockdown once you're a pilot and you shut that door unless you open it and use the bathroom. But I mean, why is it always these flights where people freak out? Stop taking Ambien before you get on a flight, people, and then drinking copious amounts of alcohol. I don't know if that's what happened here or not. I can almost guarantee that some form of pharmaceutical or booze was involved.
Right.
I got to get off this plane, and we're 30,000 feet in the air. God told me to. I'm going to go to the cockpit and give him a piece of my mind.
See, that's when the pilot needs to have a sense of humor and get on the microphone. This is God. Sit your ass down now. Repeat. It's God. Yes. Sit down. Now, I would never lay a hand on a woman. That's not what men do. But in a situation like this, Nige, you're on a plane, you're 1,000,000 feet in the air, somebody starts acting like a lunatic, and it's a woman.
Yeah.
Do I have the green light to force her to sit down?
I think you probably had the green light to restrain.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not saying like the scene in the movie Airplane where people are lined up waiting to smack the crap.
Shaking her by the shoulder,
yeah.
smacking her.
Yeah. But I would say you have the green light to at least restrain.
Allison, can I get a ruling from a woman here? If somebody's being a threat on a plane...
you would want somebody to do that.
Yeah, well, especially for everyone's safety. You can restrain her, yeah. But to Nigel's point, you don't need to line up and smack her in the face either, maybe.
What if she's really aggressive and I punch her in the face? Like, am I viewed as the bad guy in that situation?
I don't think so. If there's a loose cannon on the airplane, you got to do what you got to do.
Different rules on airplanes.
That's what I thought. All right, last one.
All right, do it.
Is this anything? An influencer in South Africa posted video of herself swimming through some beautiful foam in the ocean, only to find out it was raw sewage.
Oh!
Here's Michelle swimming through raw sewage and then answering questions after the clip went viral.
I'm having so much fun, I literally don't even feel the cold. That is salty.
First of all, no, I'm not an American tourist that randomly went in the ocean in Cape Town. I'm from South Africa, as you can hear. Secondly, no, I did not get sick. If anything, maybe it even boosted my immune system because I've been feeling great ever since. So who knows? And then something everyone's been asking me is, didn't the smell give it away? Well, no, I didn't actually smell anything when I went into the sea. It just smelled like the normal ocean smells.
Keep telling yourself that you ingested poop. You had poop in your mouth. Now, it's not unprecedented that people swim in sewage. In fact, I can think of one person in particular, Hammer. Frank Drebin from Naked Gun enjoys it very much.
What's that smell?
Oh, that would be me. I've been swimming in raw sewage. I love it. I love it.
I love it. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220. That's Hammer and Nigel to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Hammer here from my friends at Diamonds Direct Keystone at the Crossing. I was texting with my friend Chris earlier. She is one of the amazing sales reps at Diamonds Direct. She's got a great personality. She's a lot of fun, but she knows her stuff, man. And she was telling me, Hammer, you got to tell people about this sale. You got to get butts through our door this weekend because the savings are ridiculous. It's their big designer event, and it starts tomorrow, and it goes through the weekend. And if you want to get up there today and get a little head start, you can still get some major savings. But the biggest deal, the biggest sale of the year is the designer event this weekend. Guys, if you're thinking about popping the question, if you want to get a head start on the holiday shopping, this is it. This is the deal. Diamonds Direct, Keystone at the Crossing. Stop by this weekend. Tell them Hammer from Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could it be lower testosterone?
Lower T.
Happens to most guys after 40. I was in the same boat until I started using Nugenix Total T2.
Total T2, the new one I've seen on TV.
Yep, it's the next generation testosterone booster for both free and total testosterone. It's packed with even more man-boosting power, sending nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours.
It actually works?
I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I've got more energy, better results in the gym, and things are even better in the bedroom. Send them a text and get a complimentary bottle.
Text now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the #1 testosterone brand at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free. Text Rocky to 369369. That's ROCKY to 369369. Rocky to 369369.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
How it happened. It's partly cloudy and now 93 degrees in downtown Indy. Lows tonight in the mid-70s. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:33. Professional wrestling icon Hulk Hogan has died due to cardiac arrest. He was 71. You may know Nick Nemeth, who you might remember as Dolph Ziggler from WWE. He really credits Hogan with helping him become more than just a wrestler.
He was bigger than wrestling. He crossed over pop culture, went into one of the biggest movies of all time, and stood out because of professional wrestling as the big out there gigantic turned up to 11 star.
Nemeth tells the story Hogan was a massive WWE star and even part of the very first WrestleMania in 1985. President Trump is visiting the Federal Reserve after he criticized Federal Chairman Jerome Powell.
There's mounting criticism and scrutiny of Fed Chair Powell, his oversight of monetary policy and his oversight of the ongoing renovation of the building amounting to $700 million, pushing the cost of the renovation up to $2.5 billion. The White House accuses the Fed's revamp of the building to include some extravagant items. But Fed Chair Powell is pushing back. He says that's not the case at all. The media heard the reasons for increased costs to include mandated security features like blast-resistant windows and progressive collapsing walls. The Fed also says other drivers of costs, tariffs, materials, and labor.
Fox Business's Lydia Hu in D.C. reporting Trump says he does not plan on firing Powell. A law signed by Governor Mike Braun aims to curb overdose deaths. Johnette Cruz has a story.
Indiana's taking a major step in public health. Governor Mike Braun has signed House Bill 1167 into law, officially legalizing fentanyl test strips across the state. This means fentanyl test strips are no longer considered illegal drug paraphernalia. Experts call this a vital change as it empowers people to identify the drug, which is far more potent than heroin. Fentanyl responsible for 66% of Indiana's overdose deaths. This new law aims to save lives by giving Hoosiers knowledge to combat this deadly substance. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
It's time for your WIBC Closing Bell Report. At the closing bell today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost 316 points to 44,693. The S&P 500 rose by 4 points to 6,363, and the NASDAQ gained 37 points to 21,057. You are now 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:35.
There's something timeless about radio. It's where stories are told, ideas are shared, and communities stay connected. Our generation grew up with it, and we still believe in the power of tuning in. At Howard Bailey Financial, we believe planning for retirement should feel just as familiar and trusted. That's why we're bringing real conversations and practical advice to the airwaves. Join us every Sunday at 9 p.m. for our Retire with Purpose Radio Hour, right here on 93.1 WIBC. We'll talk about what really matters in retirement, income you can count on, choices you can feel good about, and a future that reflects your values. Because some things, like good planning and good radio, never go out of style. Howard Bailey Financial, retirement planning that speaks your language. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com. The Retire with Purpose Radio Hour is a paid placement on each airing station.
With traffic at 4:36, what's going on, Matt Bear?
The northeast side is a junkyard. 3 crashes in the Clear Path construction site. Northbound 465, crash at East 71st Street, blocking the left lane. After that, a crash blocking the right center lane. This has a stop back to Penn Pike and slow to I-70. Delay time is at 24 minutes. Eastbound 465 after Allisonville Road. That's a crash blocking the left lane. Stopping traffic back to Westfield Boulevard. And looking at inbound 65, that stop and go 21st to Meridian Penn. Westbound 70 slows rural into the north split, and southbound 65-70 jammed. North split to the south split, 7-minute delay because of construction. Eastbound 70 slow from Belmont into the south split, and a crash on the west side. It's northbound 465. After I-74, it blocks the right lane, slows traffic back to West 21st Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design, or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
As we move into Thursday night, the northern part of the state might be lit up with a few stray storms and showers. However, central Indiana stays mostly dry with a chance of rain here in central Indiana. Partly to mostly cloudy skies around, low temperature around 76. Tomorrow is going to be still on the toasty side of things with partly cloudy skies and about a 20% chance of a stray shower or two popping into the forecast. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Arsutis 493 WIBC.
On the level on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Yeah, Hammer, it's so awesome to see some of these Ivy League schools, these colleges who let pro-Hamas demonstrators run wild through their campuses, terrorizing Jewish students, trapping them in cafeterias. It's nice to see them get their comeuppance, for sure. One example is Columbia University, the worst of the worst. They just settled with the Trump administration. Had got forking over $220 million and reversing their racially discriminatory practices, the civil rights violations against the Jewish students. And it's all because, and look, I don't think they necessarily feel bad or want to do it, but they need that federal funding. And Trump cut that right the F off.
Right.
Once he got into office. You're not going to do this on these campuses. And now to get that funding back, to start some of the federal funds flowing in, they've got to pay out a big amount of money. And people are answering for this. I mean, there's been some justice served.
$220 million worth of justice here. And I'm loving what I'm seeing right now. For so long, all of these very left-leaning organizations, Columbia University, TV networks, they could just do what they want and damn the torpedoes, right? But now, look what's happening. You've got a Department of Justice that's actually holding people accountable. It's not any sort of crackdown on free speech. It's a crackdown on slander. It's a crackdown on libel. I mean, CBS had to pay Trump a lot of money. CNN's had to pay Trump a lot of money. And now Columbia, $220 million to Donald Trump.
To crack down on something as simple as these demonstrators, these pro-Hamas sympathizers on these campuses not letting the Jewish students proceed to their classrooms.
Right.
I'd be scared too. I mean,
how is that okay in any way?
Oh, well, they're just demonstrating their right for free speech.
No.
Is it?
Your free speech means you can't inhibit somebody else from getting into a class. That's not how this works. You can peacefully assemble. You can have a peaceful protest. But the minute it becomes unpeaceful and you limit somebody else's peace, then you become a piece of crap. Did I make myself clear there?
Yeah. That was actually pretty good.
Thank you. Dateline, Illinois. A McDonald's manager in Illinois is in trouble after shooting her teen employee's mother in the leg.
What happened?
It all started when the teen employee was asked to go home after refusing to take out the trash. That's when her mom, Tanika McKenzie, went to the McDonald's, started fighting with the manager. Basically, how dare you make my baby take out trash as part of her job? Here are people from the community around the McDonald's talking about it.
I just can't believe it's happened in a town like this, that's all. So it's just insanity.
And this McDonald's has a lot of people inside sitting all the time. Makes you scared to go anywhere. Makes you scared to take kids anywhere. A lot of arguments and things that turn into shootings.
Yeah, but I mean, look, if this mother was attacking the manager and the manager was armed and felt that life was in danger, then yeah, that's going to happen. And first of all, I've worked in fast food. There's worse jobs than taking out the trash. You do what you're told.
Right.
First, you do what you're told. You're not, take out the trash. No. Okay, then go home. You're fired. 2 words for a fast food worker. Grease trap.
Ooh. Grease
my
trap.
God, I had to clean that thing out. And, it was the worst job ever. It was so gross.
For those who have never cleaned out a grease trap, how does it work?
I don't know. It's like where all the residue and all the stuff from the deep fryers go. And it's just, I can't remember how exactly I cleaned it, whether it was, I had to scoop a bunch of crap out into a bucket and dump it out back, or it was just so messy and gross and smelly. I'd take the trash out 10 out of 10 times before somebody asked me to do the grease trap.
And if they have a problem taking the trash out at work, what do you think their house looks like? Right?
Yeah.
Like, you think that trash probably gets taken out at home? I don't know. Dateline.
How do you work at McDonald's and think you're too good to take out the trash?
Right.
I'm on the fries, honey. All right? Taking out the trash out my job tonight.
I'm the lettuce guy. Kick rocks. Dateline New York, a New York ad executive got arrested at a rooftop bar in Florida after he had one too many beverages and peed off their balcony.
Oh, no.
It was only a 2-story balcony.
Don't tell me.
Unfortunately, several people below were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I think that may have been a reenactment. I'm not sure.
It was a heck of a stream that guy had going right there. My goodness.
He really had to go. He was arrested, by the way.
Well,
He's in
yeah.
jail.
Which American Pie was it where Stifler got peed on? Was that the second one? I believe it was the second American Pie movie.
I forget.
He's down there making out with a chick.
Yeah. And Finch or somebody.
Somebody was up top and they peed. And he thinks it's champagne being poured on him.
Yeah.
I am here for the kinky stuff. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
You know, sometimes dealing with home service contractors can be frustrating, whether it's missed appointments, sloppy workmanship, or just a general sense of indifference about helping you. Frustrating hardly describes that experience, Hammer.
And that's why we want to welcome a new advertiser to the Hammer and Nigel family. Somebody you're going to be hearing quite a bit about in the coming months. Victor's Home Solutions.
Victor's installs the highest quality roofs available for your home, and they take all those negative stereotypes and turn them on their head.
They start with the basics, prompt, follow-up, showing up to appointments on time. And then they go above and beyond with installation teams that are so skilled, so precise, that Victor's is able to offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install.
5-star customer service and perfect installation. You're going to be really impressed with Victor's. They're the only roofer Hammer and I recommend to our listeners. It all starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. Call 1-866-VICTORS or victors.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Neighborhoods are popping up everywhere, but if you want something different than what you're currently seeing, Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield, can build you a unique, custom home on your own private lot or anywhere you can bring your own builder. They've built hundreds of homes across central Indiana. Visit Joyner Homes Model Homes or go to joynerhomes.com to see floor plans and pricing and more. With Joyner Homes, you can even start from scratch if you want. Check out their 5-star Google reviews and visit joynerhomes.com.
Bill Estes Ford is your neighborhood truck dealer. And right now, during the Ford Summer Sales Event, we've got an amazing deal you won't want to miss. 0% APR, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for 90 days. That's 3 big zeros, which adds up to 0 excuses not to drive home in a new Ford today. Every day is truck day. Go anywhere, do anything in a new F-150, starting at just $46,295. Bill Estes Ford. Online at BillEstesFord.com.
Stock BFP 250444. Always see CP for details.
Your home is your sanctuary. Get the peace of mind you deserve with a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. With expert installation and 24-hour monitoring, Generator Supercenter won't leave you in the dark. Financing is available. Take control of your power today with Generator Supercenter. Call 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter of Indianapolis, 317-827-0808.
From marshmallow festivals to fireworks on the shore. No matter where you're headed this summer, Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. During Hubler's Freedom to Drive, shop any of our 13 locations and choose from Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and more. Over 2,000 vehicles. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report.
'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
No matter where you're headed this summer, Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles during our Freedom to Drive. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations.
Cover me!
Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Pierce Jewelers is the best family-owned jewelry store in Carmel. All jewelry and watch repair, appraisals, and custom design are done in-house. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Retirement planning can be confusing. That's why Expedition Retirement now has a new name. Join us for Fire Your Financial Advisor, Sunday mornings at 7 on WIBC.
Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at drexelin.com or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go.
The WIBC mashup is everything you love, from fiery debates to laugh out loud takes, all in one podcast. No weak sauce, just the best of the day each weekday. You can find it wherever you get your podcasts.
Somebody on our YouTube chat wants fans of Allison to be called Lemonheads. Now, your last name is Lemons.
I have thought of this. I like that, but I don't think Nigel's going to let it go.
Alice Holes.
Alice Holes. I think we're kind of sold. I think we're kind of locked in on Alice Holes.
Everyone but me.
And Matt's fans are called Bare Asses. And he's standing by right now with a look at the roads.
Northeast side crash, northbound 465 at East 75th Street. It's the right center lane that's blocked slow to 71st. And then a stall on northbound 465 at 71st. It blocks the left lane. Traffic is stopped past Penn Pike. That delay's running us 20 minutes right now. Southbound 465 stop and go traffic 72 Washington Street. Inbound 65 stop and go traffic from 21st to Meridian Penn. Southbound 6570 jam north split to the south split. It's an 8-minute delay. And on the west side crash, northbound 465 after I-74 Crawfordsville Road. It blocks the right lane, slows us down for a delay of 3 minutes. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at drexelin.com. Visit drexelin.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
It's hot. Freaking hot. 93. Heat advisory at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Well, we're coming to your city.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Week from tomorrow, August 1st, Beer Sample Friday at the Indiana State Fair. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hammer and Nigel Road Show back out in the public. Our show being presented by Wilson Farm Market inside the tap room there in the air conditioning. Families are welcome. It's not just for the beer drinkers. It's for everybody, and it's right there in the middle of the fairgrounds, adjacent to the I think across from the Coliseum, I think, and then behind the grandstands. And it's one of our favorite live broadcasts of the year.
Can't wait for this. Again, thank you to Wilson Farm Market for making this happen. So I sent an invitation to somebody yesterday, a listener, to compete against me in the deep fried Oreo contest.
Yes.
We said yesterday, email us here. And the first person that did, I replied back to him. And I'm waiting to hear back. Now, here's what I want. If this person confirms, that's great. I feel like the YouTube chat should have one dedicated person that represents them. So, YouTube chatters, right now, go to the WIBC YouTube page. They stream our show live every day, live cameras. There's a chat going on. We need more people to hit like, by the way. I think we're about 30 or so away from getting to 100. But please, pick one person. We'll invite them to the Indiana State Fair. Maybe we can even give them free tickets. And you will compete against myself and one other listener in the annual deep fried Oreo eating contest.
I'm looking at this message that this dude sent you and said, challenge accepted. I volunteer respectfully. And his name would kind of scare me if I were you. I don't know why, but his name is. He calls himself Mariachi Bob.
Mariachi Bob.
Now, anybody that would gloss themselves, as Jim Rome would say, with their own nickname, Mariachi Bob, like that would worry me a little bit.
First of all, fantastic Jim Rome reference.
You can't
rack him.
Right.
But
Have a
listen,
take, don't suck.
I'm the other side. If you have to give yourself a nickname, it's not worthy. Like Charles Barkley didn't walk around telling people, call me the round mound of rebound. Michael Jordan didn't tell people, hey, will you please call me Air?
I don't know. He has enough cojones to sign his email, Mariachi Bob.
Okay.
So you have enough balls to do that, then maybe you got something to worry about.
Mariachi Bob, the ball's in your court. If you accept, email me back. We'll line everything up. And YouTube chat. You guys figure it out. You pick one person that can make it to the fair next Friday, not tomorrow, but next Friday at around 4 o'clock and compete in the contest. You find somebody, we're going to hook them up with tickets, and we'll see if we can make this work. I'm excited for this, man. And again, we couldn't do this without Wilson Farm Market. They take care of us. The Three Dog Night Show is that night.
Yep.
Now, I've been told they have had problems at the Indiana State Fair with weather in the past. Every time they've been here to perform, they've been rained out, thunderstormed out, or something. So we're crossing our fingers we can actually get a Three Dog Night Show in this year. As a matter of fact, let's give away some tickets right now.
Okay.
How about this? Caller number 9 at 239-9393. We're going to give you 4 tickets to the Indiana State Fair. You can see the Three Dog Night Show. You can hang out with us. It's good for the Friday, August 1st, opening night at the Indiana State Fair. So if you want to come hang out with us, your fellow Hamroids, your fellow Nigerians, your fellow bare asses, your fellow Alisonians / lemonheads / Alice holes, caller number 9, 239-9393. All right, coming up here in just about 20 minutes or so from right now, the Governor Mike Braun, scheduled to join us in studio.
Cool.
The question remains, will he accept our offer of a shot of Hammer and Nigel Show tequila?
On National Tequila Day.
Right. Place your bets. That conversation coming up.
When your car is more than just a car, you need more than just a garage. Expert-level automotive service, customization, and care is available for you at GR Brands campus in Zionsville, home to Graham Rahal Performance and Rahal Paint Protection. From routine maintenance to custom tuning and parts, paint protection film, window tint, and ceramic coating to full-scale custom builds, GR Brands is your all-in-one destination. GR Brands also offers a curated selection of rare supercars when you're ready to elevate your collection. If your passion rests on 2 wheels, Rahal Power Sports on the GR Brands campus is for you. Featuring Ducati, Piaggio, Vespa, Aprilia, and Moto Guzzi. Whether you're a collector, a casual rider, or a monster on the track, you'll find the service, sales, and support every rider needs. The perfect ride for your lifestyle is waiting at Rahal Power Sports. Start riding or expand and enhance your 2-wheel collection today. From the neighborhood to the track, Rahal Power Sports will help you do it with confidence and style. Make every drive and every ride extraordinary. Start now at GrahamRahal.com/GRBrands.
It's time. You've been putting off that kitchen or bath remodel long enough. What are you waiting for? Get started today with Boer Remodeling. Boer Remodeling customer Kathy had a bath remodel with Boer. Kathy, talk a little bit about your experience.
Our experience with Boer has been terrific. The process was so easy and seamless. When we decided to do a larger remodel of our first floor, Boer was the first company we thought of hiring.
And were you happy with the results?
The results are amazing, and we are so happy with our home and the work that Boer did.
Peter is another recent Boer Remodeling customer with a new kitchen. Peter, what was the best part about working with Boer?
We especially liked the active participation that we were able to have in selection of stone for the countertops. Really came out beautiful. The cabinets also came out very, very well.
The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in Central Indiana. They'll guide you through the entire process. Start with a free consultation. Talk to Boer Remodeling today. That's BOOHER, BoerRemodeling.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Summer's in full swing, so come get that hot summer deal at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get $20,000 off select 2024 Lincoln Navigators, plus 0% for 72 months. Or lease a new 2025 Lincoln Corsair for just $499 per month at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP 110,425. Corsair MSRP 53,915. 3,500 due at lease signing. 0 security deposit. 36 months. 10,500 miles per year. Offers good through 7/31/2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply, stop to opt out.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country. When you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
Connect with a local divorce attorney today. Text divorce66 to 323232. Divorce66 to 323232. 101 West Ohio, Indianapolis.
Hi, this is Zach from Ingledow Tree Experts. When it comes to the health and beauty of your trees, trust Ingledow Tree Experts. Our certified arborists ensure your trees are trimmed, removed, and cared for with precision. Summer is the perfect time to schedule fall pruning. Call now for your free estimate and let us handle the hard work. 317-903-0102 or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com for more information. Ingledow Tree Experts, where your trees come first.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios right after Fox News. A catastrophe that broke out in Indy this morning that officers have looked into, major implications for the state, and what the Attorney General has to say about an event that is happening in Indy. You are listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis, and it is now 5 o'clock.
Side by side at the Fed. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump taking a tour of renovations at the Federal Reserve alongside the Fed chair as probes of cost overruns continue. The president saying he wanted to see construction for himself to help understand what he says is a more than $3 billion renovation at Fed headquarters.
Fed Chairman Jerome Powell disputed those figures.
You just added in a third building is what that is. That's a third building.
Well, no, but it's a building that's being built.
No, it was built 5 years ago.
President Trump has been highly critical of Powell, nicknaming the Fed chair too late for refusing to lower a key interest rate. Still, the president says he does not intend to replace Powell before his term expires next year.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. The Trump administration is asking the U.S. Supreme Court to let the government proceed with sweeping cuts to National Institutes of Health grants as part of a crackdown on diversity initiatives. The Justice Department asking the High Court to lift a federal judge's ruling in June that halted that plan as a violation of federal law requiring the government to reinstate access to the grant funds. This stems from a legal challenge by researchers and 16 Democrat-led states. Larger than life, a common theme in the tributes flowing today for Hulk Hogan. The wrestling icon died earlier today in Florida. He was 71 and had a career that branched out to TV and movies.
Thunder Lips is here in the flesh, baby.
Oh, my God. Including Rocky III.
He affected so many people in my generation, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and growing up.
Nick Nemeth wrestled as Dolph Ziggler.
He was bigger than wrestling. He crossed over pop culture, went into one of the biggest movies of all time, and stood out because of professional wrestling as the big, out there, gigantic, turned up to 11 star.
The president writing today that we've lost a great friend. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
2 shootings, 2 deaths. You've now got fair skies and 93 degrees, heat indices in the triple digits. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 5:02. It began early Thursday on Indy's northeast side and ended after a police chase on the northwest side. IMPD Assistant Chief Catherine Cummings says.
But this situation extends beyond just our officers. A woman is dead, and this is due to what detectives believe was a domestic situation.
Cummings says the man shot and killed his wife, took off, and then fired at police during a chase. And then officers shot and killed him. In an effort to get the USDA closer to people it serves, Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins announced that the agency will be undergoing a top-down reorganization of its operations.
We have developed a phased plan to relocate much of the Washington, D.C. area workforce to 5 hub locations, while shedding a number of leases and buildings in the National Capital Region.
Included in those 5 new hub locations is Indianapolis. Senator Jim Banks, along with Indiana agriculture leaders, met with Secretary Rollins last month. He says an Indiana hub will be efficient and bring real economic growth to the state. With thousands of people going to the Brickyard 400 in Indy, Attorney General Todd Rokita urges you to look out for signs of human trafficking. Rokita says big events like the Brickyard bring out the best of the state.
But it can also attract the worst kinds of criminals, especially from outside our state. Human traffickers often take advantage of these large events to operate in plain sight.
He says this is more than a law enforcement, it's a community effort. Some things to look out for are physical abuse and even people who seem fearful or not able to speak out. If you suspect human trafficking, you can reach out to local law enforcement or the Human Trafficking Hotline. The Hoosier woman is being honored with an award. Here's Ryan Hedrick.
Angie Ryan is the manager at Casey's in Rockville. She's been named First Responder of the Year by the Knox Foundation for this year's 24/7 Day.
So this is the first year we are doing a nationwide First Responder of the Year award. This is a way to recognize very local heroes.
Kevin O'Connell, who leads the foundation, says Angie is one of 3 people across the country recognized for helping customers who are showing heart attack symptoms not once but twice since 2023. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
It's 5:04, traffic and weather in 1 minute.
Mike loves summer in Indy, but he hates to paint. So he called Rhino Shield.
Our home is basically a contemporary, and we just started noticing that the paint was just fading and just looked like garbage. We had received a postcard from Rhino Shield, and we decided to take a look at it.
Rhino Shield's formulated for our specific climate here in Indiana.
The process with Rhino Shield and their crew, they were just very conscientious. We had problems in the past with painters. They leave debris and everything. Well, we didn't have that with Rhino Shield.
Way better than paint, backed by a 25-year warranty. And right now, get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 10% off the regular price.
The thing about the Rhino Shield, the heat gain has been reduced, and we save $70 a month. You don't hear that about any type of paint.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
You've got traffic. It is now 5:05. What's going on, Map Air?
2 problems on the northeast side on northbound 465. The first is at East 71st Street. That's a stall blocking the left lane. The second is at East 75th Street. A crash blocking the right center lane. And your delay back to I-70 is at 27 minutes. Inbound 69 stop and go traffic 96th Street down to 82nd. It's a crash on the west side. Northbound 465 after 74. It blocks the right lane, causing stop and go traffic back to West 10th Street. Downtown, southbound 65-70 is jammed. North split to the south split for a 16-minute delay. Eastbound 70 stop and go before Belmont into the south split, delayed 5 minutes. Traffic sponsored by Advanced Auto Parts. This is how we advance. Meet Joey Logano July 25th, 5:30 p.m. at Advanced Auto Parts and Speedway. First 100 fans get a photo plus Coda Ice games and more. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Making our way into Thursday night, a few storms may be active in the northern part of the state, but central Indiana stays partly cloudy, maybe mostly cloudy as we trend towards the morning hours with a low temperature around 76. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Drew Narsutis, 493 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it.
So, House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer issuing subpoenas left and right. Subpoenas. Ordering Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine, whatever. The Epstein procurer of talent.
A lot of things you can put on that weekend montage, that little rant Nigel just had, Allison. A lot of things.
She's going to testify from prison in Florida The Deputy Attorney General, Todd Blanche, is meeting with her today. This is coming after a judge declining to release grand jury documents from the criminal probe into the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, the financier. I still don't even know what that means. I don't know what he did. Really.
Fancy talk for pervert. That's what it is.
What it is?
That's what it is. And we were talking about this earlier. Like, why would Maxwell speak? What does she have to gain? Like, if I were Maxwell, I'd be ticked off. I'm the only one in jail right now.
Right. There were clients that took advantage of the girls that you groomed, that you recruited to go out to Pervert Island, and nobody's being held accountable.
It was an 8-2 vote from this House panel also to subpoena the Clintons, Bill and Hillary, about what they know about Jeffrey Epstein. Because as much as the left wants to point, Donald Trump's on the list, Donald Trump's in the files, Bill Clinton went down there a lot. And I feel like old Slick Willie probably did a lot more than most. So it's fair. If anybody was down there and did anything inappropriate with the child, I don't care if you're a Republican, don't care if you're a Democrat, then you need to be locked up. I don't care if you're Trump, if you're Clinton, if you're a world leader, if you're some sort of celebrity. If you did anything inappropriate to a young lady on Epstein's Island, you get thrown into the clink. The alligator Alcatraz, the real Alcatraz, or just dropped in the bottom of the ocean, as far as I'm concerned. Do not care. And the thing we have to be careful, though, and we hear this happening now, just because somebody's name is associated with Jeffrey Epstein doesn't necessarily mean they were having sex with children on an island.
And that seems like part of the reason why they're not just willy-nilly releasing documents left and right.
Correct.
All you got to do is redact.
I mean, we know Donald Trump has met with Jeffrey Epstein. Donald Trump has flown on his private plane in the United States from like New York to Florida. But he never, at least according to the flight logs, this is information that's already been released by the Wall Street Journal, of all places, never went down to Pedophile Island. So there's a big difference there. Like, we kind of joke about this a lot. You asked Diddy for a picture once when you were at an award show. I was at the Super Bowl once, and Subway had a big Super Bowl party where Jared from Subway was like the host of it. Doesn't mean we were involved in anything at all related to Diddy or Jared. So be careful the way people are wording things in the media.
I was actually humiliated by that pervert, P. Diddy.
He didn't want to pick with you.
He didn't. Hey, Diddy, can I get a pick? And just, I mean, there's tons of people around, and like everybody, like the record scratched and it got silent, and like his posse, his entourage all kind of looked up, and he's looking at his phone and finally looked up at me like 10 seconds later. No. And then everybody just went back to what they were doing and they walked away. Like I thought for 10 seconds he might actually get a pic with my digital camera that I have in my pocket.
Right.
Because iPhones weren't around back then. So I kind of wish I would have taken the pic with him.
I always joke, one day my oldest son's going to run for some sort of public office to be the governor. They're going to have an attack ad. His father was friends with Jarrett from Subway. Because I got a picture. I got an actual picture. It's me and a couple other radio dorks with Jarrett at the Subway Super Bowl party in Florida when the Colts were playing the Saints down there. So that's going to be used against somebody in my family.
I'll never forget, like, some of those guys that you used to hang out with at that other radio station, and Jared from Subway were down in the basement at Pepper's, and it was during the week, and I was with some guys I knew, and I kept on sending smiley shots. I kept on sending him shots and shots and shots because I knew he had to get up in the morning.
Right.
And he finally looked at me. I'll never forget. He looked at me after like the fifth one. He goes, "You know, the drunker I get, the better my show is the next morning."
And he's right. I worked with the dude for like 10 years. He's right.
All right. He got me.
Hey, real quick before we check in with Matt Bear here, I've got a Caitlin Clark update. Fever have a game tonight, but Caitlin Clark's still out with that groin injury.
Get her healthy, man.
This was the statement that the Fever put out in regards to Caitlin earlier today. Quote, following a July 15th injury to her right groin, Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark underwent further medical evaluations this week. The team can confirm that no additional injuries or damage were discovered through these evaluations.
Good.
She will continue working with the Fever medical team on her recovery and rehabilitation.
Get her back on the court, man.
There is no timetable available for Clark's return, and no additional details will be provided at this time. Now, that's the part I don't like to hear.
Yeah.
No timetable on her return.
Come on.
That's not good. All right, Matt Baer, what's going on?
Stall on the northeast side, guys. Northbound 465 at East 71st blocks the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic past Penn Pike, almost to I-70, and a delay of 18 minutes. Southbound 465 stop-and-go after Penn Pike down to South Shadelet Avenue. Inbound 70 slow from Rural Street into the North Split, then southbound 65-70 jam North Split to the South Split, a 12-minute delay. Eastbound 70 stop-and-go, 7-minute delay Belmont to the South Split. Inbound 65 type from 29th to West Street, and then on the west side crash northbound 465 after 74 on the right shoulder, slow back to Rockville Road. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Right now, it's 93. Heat advisory in effect here at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. We are anticipating the governor, Governor Mike Braun, joining us in studio. He should join us next.
The deals at Andy Moore Ford just keep on coming. The red, white, and new sales event. Get independence from car payments with no payments for 3 months and enjoy your freedom in the new Ford F-150 Super Crew or that absolutely amazing Ford Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months. Save $15,000. That's $15,000 off MSRP on new 2024 F-150s or Expeditions, or buy a new Ford Super Duty truck for under $40,000. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield is your spot for all the Super Duty trucks. They've got 175 trucks to choose from right there on the lot at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. And with more to your door, simply purchase your vehicle online and they'll deliver it to your door. Andy Moore Ford, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at andymoreford.com. That's MOHR. AndyMooreFord.com.
Hammer here from my friends at Diamonds Direct, and it is on like Donkey Kong. The biggest, awesome deal of the year, the designer event. It's this weekend. So if you're thinking about popping the question, maybe you want to get that early start on the holiday shopping, this is it. This is the big one. It's right up on the north side. Keystone at the Crossing by the Green Bridge. Neve is the manager. He's awesome. My friend Chris is one of the amazing sales reps there. Stop by. You're going to love it. And the savings, top notch. Diamonds Direct. Tell them Hammer from Hammer and Nigel sent you.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9379. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9379. That's 800-575-9379. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Now through Monday, save an extra 25% off all in-stock outdoor furniture. Sleep up to 10 degrees cooler and the lowest price guaranteed on every mattress. And save up to 50% off Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, and lift chairs. Plus, we pay your sales tax and deliver it all for free. Sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
No one will love your HVAC system as much as we do. Call Howald Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing for an honest assessment on your current AC system or get a great deal on a new one. Howald Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, where coming home never felt so good.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at drexelin.com or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 today.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Yeah, happy National Tequila Day, everybody. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here to help us celebrate the governor of Indiana, Mike Braun. Mr. Braun, I understand you won't be participating in any of the celebratory National Tequila Day festivities.
Well, I normally do when I come over here after 5.
You do, yeah.
I had to inform you that my next event is I'm speaking to the state police graduates.
Yeah, I understand. I get it.
Kind of hard to have booze on your breath when you're talking to that group. I get it. Before we get into any policy stuff, and we got a few things we want to talk about, are you enjoying being the governor? Like, do you like it? Is it everything you thought it would be? Do you want to run again? Like, how has it been?
Well, does it look like I'm a ball of knots or that I actually enjoy the job?
It looks like you're enjoying it.
I do.
Yeah.
I even made the Senate gig a joyful experience because if I'm going to do it, why be miserable? Enjoy it. And you had a lot of reasons there, not to mention the 420 plane trips that it took over those 6 years, 10 to 12 hours each week. You grind through that part of it, but that being gone, I got a lot more time to get around the state and do stuff. But I would do that again with everything I now know about it. We got a lot done as a freshman Senate office. You get very little credit for that. Most people you got to wheel out of there after 2 to 3 decades. Big believer in believer in term limits. So I wasn't going to do it more than 2 terms, and then it was an either or. Spend another 6 years there. You can see the wrestling match where, it's almost impossible to get rid of $9 billion on a $2 trillion deficit that we run each year. So I was one of the loudest voices on it. Here, you set the agenda, you get along with your state legislature, you can get a lot done. And that has made me feel that I'm checking more things off.
Because I've had people ask me, is he going to run again? Is this something that he likes doing? Like, well, we'll ask him when he comes in here.
Yeah,
You're
and
kind enough to join us.
I intend to. If we keep doing things at the pace we have been doing it, just sitting in with someone that came all the way in from Washington, the state of, not D.C., and has been observing what we've been doing on education, which is the biggest part of our state government, K through 12, around 50%. We're standing out among all the other states in terms of doing things that are giving parents choice, getting better results than we've ever gotten before. Some of that was in motion, obviously, before I got here, but being an entrepreneur, I can see what things make sense. And when you can translate that into real results, it's getting noticed across the country. And that's gratifying.
Speaking with the governor, Mike Braun, here on the Hammer and Nigel show. So crime in Indianapolis has been a big talking point. There are some state senators, some members of the General Assembly that feel like the state of Indiana should have some sort of either recall or control if the folks, the mayor, the prosecutor, can't figure it out in Indy. Now, the prosecutor, he kind of clapped back at that idea and said, hey, the governor, he hasn't given us any ideas of what he wants to do. He's got no solutions. Basically what Ryan Mears said about you criticizing Indianapolis. Take me through your thoughts on crime in Indy. Should the state have a role? And your response to the prosecutor, Ryan Mears.
So here's who I'm going to listen to. And we did on that shootout at the OK Corral on July 4th weekend.
Yeah.
That was the Indy Police Department saying, hey, we need help. And there was going to be no hesitation in terms of helping. That squelched it pretty quickly, but 2 lives lost. That's not what Indianapolis should be about.
Juveniles running around with a gun in the wee hours of the morning.
And of course, he blames it on not having stronger gun laws. I blame it on prosecutors that aren't prosecuting with the laws that we got in place. And then when it came to WNBA weekend, that was a no-brainer. There's no way that you were not going to lend that help again, and the weekend went off without a hitch.
Yes.
Imagine had that been a repeat. We would have really been in the headlines for the wrong reason. So when law enforcement's asking for help, we're going to give it. I was very generous in saying, hey, fix it yourself, do things different. They cited statistics. Well, the statistic that I pay attention to, shootout at OK Corral. You can find anything that you can maneuver in your direction. Anybody that lives here, that works downtown, it's different from what it was since the administration came in and took over. Something's got to be done. You'll have legislators bringing all kinds of legislation to the forefront, whether it gets a committee hearing or not. I'm saying you prove it, that you're doing something about it, to where we have none of these headlines here. And if we need to help in the meantime, we'll be gracious in doing it. It's for you to figure it out. It's your jurisdiction. If you don't take care of business in your own jurisdiction, there's going to be more than just a legislator or two. There's going to be a lot of interest in maybe being even more intrusive to help you on the job that you should be doing on your own.
So are you open to the idea of the state having some sort of control of central Indianapolis, the mile square as it's known as, if the crime continues at a troublesome rate?
Whether I'm interested or not, there are going to be enough legislators that'll bring it to the forefront, and I will be looking at that just like I did in sending help in on July 4th and again on WNBA weekend. So there's got to be progress to where that's not happening, or there will be more than just a legislator or two. I'm sure the Attorney General's office is going to be interested in it as well. And I'm going to be open to what makes sense if the job's not being done.
The WNBA weekend went on without a hitch, but is that sustainable in terms of, we talked to Chief Bailey, IMPD Chief Bailey, we talked to Rick Snyder, FOP president, and is that kind of presence in terms of police sustainable every weekend? I wish it was here, especially in the summer.
And if we got to be here every weekend, that means something more significant has to be done. I'll keep it that simple. We shouldn't have to be here on call, and the only reason we're going to do it is to make sure if, like in the instance of July 4th, you need the help, it's going to be there. But if that's the only way we can keep things back to something better than what we've had, that means something more substantive needs to be done. And that's when there'll be some legislation presented and probably given a committee hearing, and we'll see what happens.
So let's move on to the death penalty. We spoke about this the last time you came in studio, and since then, the Supreme Court of Indiana has set another date for somebody else on Indiana's death row, and you agreed to it, signed off on it. Was that an easy decision, considering the comments that you had made before?
It was an easy decision because it went through all the process. Parole board, Supreme Court, they had exhausted all of the appeals, which take decades generally to get through, which that's not right. But now that the date has been set, it shouldn't be any different from what you saw on the last one, because unless the parole board would say otherwise, I doubt that's going to occur. It'll probably be handled in the same fashion, and ought to be.
Question from our YouTube chat, and we have asked this before, but folks always jump in. Folks are always listening for the first time. It's property taxes. Ron DeSantis came out and said, hey, I think we should get rid of property taxes altogether. I like Ron DeSantis. I think a lot of people listening like that idea, like that concept. What are your thoughts?
So when it comes to wanting to get rid of any tax, I'm guessing that's the ideal, but you wouldn't have public services, so you're going to need some mix of them. I think, and I know you've got someone else here that thinks it should have been done differently. That was the most we were going to carve out in this session, and the fact that your exemption is going to go up to 66% of your homestead, which will nearly take it to almost double where it's at currently in 5 years. That issue's still out there. You got legislators interested in doing more. The taxpayer is going to have to see that real relief and see that it keeps increasing. Getting rid of it, you'd have to figure out how you're going to replace it. But I put local governments and school districts on alert. Don't try to grow it more than 2 to 3% a year. That's a robust growth of the economy. And there was justification for covering Biden's inflation and a reasonable growth quotient. But many districts went way beyond that, local governments. And so, no, that issue's still in play. I made that clear. What DeSantis does in Florida, he's got, I think, high property taxes compared to where we're at, because it's going to be a mix of sales taxes, income taxes, and property taxes generally in most states are being used by local governments, not state governments. So he would then have to explain, what are you going to do to keep a efficient government running that the people want basic services from? And it's always in play to do it more efficiently and to make sure you lighten the load on taxpayers.
Governor, I know you got to run. You have another event to get to. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us in studio. As always, we appreciate you and your time and your staff. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right, Rob Kendall coming up next. Right now, Matt Baer is going to, right now we got to look at the news. Stand by.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Remembering Hogan, you've got fair skies and still 93 degrees in downtown Indy. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 5:30. World Wrestling Entertainment legend Hulk Hogan has died in his home in Clearwater, Florida, early Thursday. Hogan transformed professional wrestling into a global phenomenon. His career reached new heights in 1996 when he shocked fans by turning heel and forming the New World Order as Hollywood Hulk Hogan. This transformed his character and skyrocketed professional wrestling's popularity. Hogan was 71. The Justice Department sued New York and its leaders over their sanctuary policies. Fox's Gernal Scott has more.
The lawsuit names as defendants, in addition to the city, Mayor Eric Adams, the City Council, the Departments of Correction and Probation, and the NYPD, as well as their respective leaders. The action accuses New York City of allowing criminals in the country illegally to roam the streets and commit heinous crimes. It specifically points to the incident this week when an off-duty ICE agent was shot in a park in what it called an ambush by two men who are alleged illegal immigrants. The DOJ wants the sanctuary policies invalidated, something it has asked for in other states, including Colorado, Illinois, and New Jersey. In New York City, Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Habitat for Humanity, which is dedicated to building and improving homes for families in need, just broke ground on a neighborhood with 10 homes at 46 and Millersville Road. This is the organization's first full-scale project in 25 years. This comes as they see record demand for affordable housing. They are aiming to help with hundreds of homes by 2027, which shows they are committed to get more families into their own homes. If you want to learn more or to learn how to apply for a home, you can check out Indy Habitat's website. And you're paying an average of $3.11 a gallon of gas today, says Gas Buddy, which that is down 9 cents from last week, up 3 cents from last month, and 5 cents below the national average. With WIBC traffic at 532, here's Matt Baer.
West side crash northbound 465 after Rockville Road. It blocks the left lane, causing stop traffic past Sam Jones Expressway. Delay at 8 minutes. Eastbound 70 load of Belmont into the south split, a 5-minute delay. Southbound 65 slow from 21st to Meridian Penn. Westbound 70 slow. Rural Street to the north split, and then southbound 65 70 jam north split to the south split because of construction. Delayed 14 minutes. Northbound 465 on the east side. Stop and go traffic after 70 up to East 56 because of a pair of crashes around East 71st. Those have cleared. Inbound 69 stop and go 106 to 82nd, and northwest side northbound 465 slows from 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design, or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
As we move into Thursday night, the northern part of the state might be lit up with a few stray storms and showers. However, central Indiana stays mostly dry with a chance of rain here in central Indiana, maybe 10 to 20%. Partly to mostly cloudy skies around, low temperature around 76, winds out of the southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow is going to be still on the toasty side of things with partly cloudy skies and about a 20% chance of a stray shower or two popping into the forecast. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Renner Sudis, 493 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!"
And now, Hammer and Nigel go off the rails with Rob Kendall.
Noise pollution.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here. Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey Show. Here to go off the rails. Fake news, Rob. How are you?
Great. Thanks, as always, to our real segment sponsor, Garage Doors of Indianapolis.
Yeah, so I'm driving around today doing a bunch of errands, and I hear this crazy guy going on and on about like this montage of him saying you were fake news or this radio station was fake news. Who was that, and what was the setting? What was the context?
That would be our highly ethical Secretary of State, Diego Morales.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm sure most people now, if they've listened to the radio station throughout the day, have heard this, but he's at some motor vehicle advisory board meeting, which that's as boring as it sounds, and he launches into a close to 15-minute unhinged, basically tirade where he's talking about all the stuff that he does, and then how the fake news, which he identified yesterday as us and IndyStar, and then at one point he called us fake WIBC. I don't know what that is. That we don't report on all the accomplishments of his office. Look, I've been covering Indiana politics and government, been a part of it pretty closely for 15 years. I've never seen anything like that. It was the most bizarre thing I think I've ever seen.
And again, the context of where he was going on this rant. What did you call it? An advisory board?
The Motor Vehicle Advisory Board meeting.
So why are we fake? What was the reasoning?
He has no reason. I guess we don't say all the things that he does. And I mean, it was hilarious, like the things that he was listing that he got in his taxpayer-funded $90,000 vehicle, and with this taxpayer-funded gas went to a bunch of counties. That he went to some county fairs.
Is that the job of the Secretary of State?
Well, he's made that his job. And what's crazy about this is all of this stems out of the crap that this guy pulls over and over and over again, whether it's no bid contracts, whether it's, the hiring of the brother-in-law, whether it's these mysterious foreign trips. I mean, he got on our radar because of this, that he blew off his job in the middle of the legislative session for 10 days to go to India. And they wouldn't say where he was. They called it an economic development mission. And then when it finally gets revealed where he's at, it comes out that he went with this venture capital guy, this guy who has an $80,000 mysterious contract with his office, which you can't figure out what he does. That guy, by the way, was in India selling visas. He was bragging about doing that. And so people are naturally asking, what the hell is going on with you? And he's mad that people are asking questions.
You know what's funny, Hammer? I mean, could you imagine working for the Motor Vehicle Advisory Board and having to hop on a Zoom call like in the middle of the afternoon, and the Secretary of State just launches into this random lunatic, unhinged rant that has nothing to do with what they're talking about or why they're there? I still don't get the context as to why he decided to go.
It feels like it was very orchestrated, too. Like, all of a
Yeah,
sudden, he's trying to be this Donald Trump-style flamethrower.
Yeah.
Fake news, fake WIBC. Whoever's writing this for him also needs to teach him how to deliver the content because he sucks at it.
Yeah, and he was throwing all the previous Secretary of States under the bus and how much better he is than them. And it's like...
other people on the Zoom call are looking at each other like... What?
Can we talk about automobiles?
Well, look, this is a guy that is one red flag after another. And keep in mind, as a part of this whole mysterious India trip, he then tried to claim he paid for it. So we said, okay, cool. If you can just show us proof of what you paid back, because he keeps saying there's this local well-meaning merchant that paid for him to go to India, and he doesn't want to out them because he's worried they're going to end up like Tesla and Elon Musk in a Republican supermajority state. Someone's going to be protesting this merchant. Well, then he claimed he paid the money back. We're like, okay, just show us proof you paid the money back, like the receipts of what you paid back and proof the check was deposited, and we'll all go home. He won't even do that. So
was that the paycheck thing?
Yes.
You show me your paycheck, Rob Kendall, and I'll show you the...
So our point is like, what is fake news? We're fake for wanting to know who paid for your official trip to a foreign country. We're fake for wanting to know what you did there. We're fake for wanting to know that you paid the money back. None of this is normal behavior. And yet the most crazy part of all of this is no one in the State House, no one will do anything about it.
And the funny thing is, I also heard you... I thought you were pretty much done with the story.
Totally
at this
was.
point, right?
I've tried to be done with this story 3 times, Nigel, and he will not. Every time I try to be done with it, he comes out with something ridiculous, and it's like the Godfather. Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in again.
Hell, we weren't even really involved in the story, but if this clown's going to go out there and go fake WIBC, if you think Rob's petty, you haven't seen anything yet, kid. So watch your mouth, kid, because we actually didn't say anything at all about you, but if you're going to lump us all together, let's go.
We interviewed him, I think, last year before the election.
Came on our show and answered a few questions about election security, integrity and all that kind of stuff. Things you would expect from a Secretary of State. But if he's going to lump everybody in the station together on behalf of everybody here as the unofficial spokesman of the group, bite me.
Yeah, that he's the wrong guy to make mad. I feel like you can get away with something with Nigel, but definitely not you. No, here, but the point of all this is, dude, you are an administrator. That's your job as Secretary of State. On the areas you are given authority to oversee, you administer the will of the General Assembly. You're not a spokesman. You're not a pitchman. You're not a deal maker. You don't have authority to sign off on things. And he's doing all of these things, especially as they relate to foreign countries, and why this is a big deal with Diego and why everyone hearing my voice right now needs to care about this. Because he oversees elections and businesses. He has troves of personal information on people. Data, information, and when some guy's going to a foreign country and won't reveal who paid or what he did, your ears need to perk up because that could be your information potentially involved in this.
So why aren't people calling him out? I'm sure somebody would like to have his job. Somebody probably wants to be the Secretary of State, so they would have to run against him or, at least put some dirt out there. Why is everybody so silent?
Well, one of the things that, and I think this is what triggered him, at least it's my guess, because he named us and the Star, and both us and the Star have been looking into his campaign finance report. And one of the things that you realize, there's a lot of red flags in this campaign finance report, but one of the things you realize is a whole bunch of money that touches him touches a whole bunch of these other high profile politicians. And I think thus far these high profile people, the governor, the attorney general, have been very hesitant to do anything or say anything because a lot of that money also touches them and they don't want to look bad. But it's getting to a point of ridiculous. That was an unhinged guy yesterday.
That was weird.
That can't be ignored. I mean, that behavior yesterday in a government meeting was so beyond the pale that at some point, if you're Braun, you got to have a little decency about yourself and say, all right, we're going to investigate this guy and we're going to get to the bottom of what's going on here.
Going off the rails with Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey show here on the Hammer and Nigel show. All right, which one of these do you think is more likely to happen? Obama, Comey, Brennan all go to prison for their role in the Russiagate, or Nigel, Tony Katz, and Jason Hammer all get rock hard abs? Which one is more likely to happen?
Well,
that's a tough one.
Look, at least there is some world in which through Exercise Inc.
Yes, I just got back there today. Yeah,
some sort of. Because I feel like you could still do it if you got some motivation. Maybe Kate Upton finds out you exist, and I don't know the whatever. I don't know how Katz would pull it off, but at least with two of you, I see a pathway by which that could theoretically happen. There's no chance anyone goes to jail over any of this stuff with Obama because,
well, one, Obama might have the presidential immunity that we've heard so much about, right?
But the rest of these people, how much huffing and puffing? There's a meme out right now. It's from Billy Madison. I sent it to you, where in the actual movie, it's Chris Farley is the bus driver, and Adam Sandler, of course, is Billy Madison, and Farley says something ridiculous to him. I forget even what it is in the movie.
That Veronica Vaughn is one piece of ace. I know from experience, dude.
No,
That's right. I knew you would know. And Billy Madison, Sandler goes, no, you don't. And then doesn't Farley say something back to
Not
him?
me personally, but a guy I know.
That's right. Yes.
Got it on.
That is, and the meme is so perfect because it's Trump in the Farley role, and it was something about Obama. I'm going to say, I can't wait to send Obama to prison, and Sandler goes, no, you won't. Then the thing below it is, wouldn't it be cool if I did, though? Like, nothing ever happens to any of these people. It's all just utterly ridiculous. They just grandstand. They try to fundraise off it. Nobody's ever going to be held to any account.
I think Nigel and I were fighting with Jeff Boggs about this the other day. Bless his heart, he still wants to believe that these committees can accomplish something, and if Trump's motivated, it could go down. But I've seen this movie before. It's a rerun.
Yeah.
I was promised that big tech was going to be held accountable for the suppression. I was told these people that lied about COVID would be, held accountable. And I was told there'd be people going to jail about the Epstein stuff. Nothing.
Because if you fix it, you can't fundraise off of it. That's what people need to realize in this country. This is why government doesn't fit one of many reasons. Well, don't fix problems. If you fix the problem, can't fundraise off of it anymore. And these people, many of these people are dirty too. And it's like, it's the whole thing. I will never forget this, and I've told this story before. When I went to work in the State House, one of my first days there was some scandal that was going on. And I asked a very high profile person, because nobody was talking about it, right? Everybody knew it was going on in the State House. Nobody was talking about it. And I said, why aren't the lawmakers of the other party exposing this? Like, it's a freebie win. It's not in dispute of what's happening.
Yeah.
And this person told me this. They said, what you'll find here is almost everyone's dirty, and so they will not expose other people's dirt, because if that person goes down, they can take everybody down with them.
The old stone in the glass house.
That's right.
Come back for one more segment.
Let's do it.
Going off the rails with Rob Kendall. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Fill your tank. Don't drain your wallet. Sam's Club lets you save time at the pump with Scan and Go checkout at Sam's Club fuel stations. Just scan the QR code on the pump and pay. Visit your local Sam's Club today.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-962-2403. 800-962-2403. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-962-2403.
Mark Dietel is the only real estate agent here in Indy, the real estate expert you should trust with the sale of your home, even if you just bought a home and want to sell it again. John bought a home in Greencastle, but shortly after, his son moved to Fishers, which left him an hour away from family and 45 minutes from work. John thought he made a big mistake. He just bought this house in Greencastle. Now all of a sudden he wants to sell it again. He felt stuck, not with Mark Dietel. And Mark delivered big. His home sold in 14 days for the price they needed so he could move closer to family and work.
Mark Dietel is the only real estate agent that we recommend and that we trust on our show because Mark Dietel, he comes with the guarantee. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. That's right, he will buy it. You pick the move date, no long-term contracts, and you can cancel at any time. Call Mark Dietel today, 317-755-4232, or go to markdietel.com. That's Mark, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
Garage Doors of Indianapolis has been a local, family-owned and operated business for nearly 50 years and helps keep Central Indiana's economy strong by employing over 70 families. Garage Doors of Indianapolis stands by their products and services while they share and embrace our conservative values. So when you have garage door problems, call them today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis, 875-4577, 875-4577, or visit doorstoday.com.
Bill Estes Ford is your neighborhood truck dealer. And right now, during the Ford Summer Sales Event, we've got an amazing deal you won't want to miss. 0% APR, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for 90 days. That's 3 big zeros, which adds up to 0 excuses not to drive home in a new Ford today. Every day is truck day. Go anywhere, do anything in a new F-150, starting at just $46,295. Bill Estes Ford, online at BillEstesFord.com.
Stock BFP 250444. Always see dealer for details.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
City Water or well water, this summer save up to 30% on select water treatment products with the purchase of any softener. Pure fresh water, C&J, 317-733-SOFT.
August 8th and 9th, IHRA Pro Mod Nationals at Kilcare Raceway in Xenia, Ohio. $125,000 to win. Get your tickets now. IHRA.com. Don't blink.
Buying a diamond has changed. There are mined and lab-grown diamonds. Pierce Jewelers carries both. Pierce can educate you and save your hard-earned money. Shop local. Shop smart. Shop Pierce Jewelers.
Tired of digging through noise to find real news? Go straight to WIBC.com. Local stories, statewide impact, national headlines, info that matters. When news breaks, WIBC.com is already on it. Stay on the know while you're on the go.
Matt Baer has a look at the roads.
Yeah, Hammer looking at the west side crash. Northbound 465 after Rockville Road 36. 2 left lanes are blocked and traffic is stopped. Back to Sam Jones Expressway. Delay right now running at 17 minutes. Then southbound 465 on the east side. That's stop and go from 70 to Washington Street. Inbound 70 slows rural into the north split. Then southbound 65 70 stop from the north split to the south split. That's a 9-minute delay. Crash west side Girls School Road at McCarty. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Heat advisory in effect. It's 92 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center at 93 WIBC. Back with Rob, Kendall, #1 rated Kendall and Casey show, 9 to noon here at 93 WIBC. I was with you this morning, broke the news that the Hawkster, Hulk Hogan, passed away.
Man,
I hate that.
Hey, come in threes. Malcolm Jamal Warner, Ozzy, and the Hulkster.
Yeah,
wow.
We were sweet on the air, not to in any way demean the death of the kid from the Cosby Show. I'm sure an outstanding citizen, etc. But The Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, those seem like big deals. They seem like big deals if you're a child of the 80s. Or
arguably the top of their profession.
Yeah. And in the case of Hogan, and Ozzy did because he's music, right? And you would anticipate that. But Hulk Hogan transcended pop culture mainstream guy as a wrestler. He's the modern era. He was the first guy that it was like he was everywhere. He's on The Tonight Show. He's in movies. He's on MTV, the Rock and Wrestling Connection, the WrestleMania thing. I mean, he's the movies.
There's no WrestleMania without Hulk Hogan. There's no WWE. Back then it was WWF without the rise of Hulk Hogan.
And isn't it just strange and weird that none of these guys are around anymore? And when I say around, I mean alive with us. None of those guys from that era. I mean, you guys were listing off before we came on the air. What I mean, how many are there that you can think of?
Somehow, your friend of your show, Jake the Snake, is still alive.
Yeah, Jake the Snake survived. Vince McMahon is still alive, but those wrestling stars that built made it pop culture savvy to like wrestling, they're all gone. Macho Man's gone. The Iron Sheik's gone. Andre the Giant, and now Hulk Hogan. Roddy Piper, they're all gone.
One of the crazy things about Hulk Hogan and how good he was as an entertainer, though, is he had, by the mid-'90s, become a relic, like this of a bygone era. And just him flipping the script and going bad guy.
NWO bad guy, heel Hogan.
That's right. It became the biggest thing in the sport again, and it really launched what became the wrestling craze of the late 90s and early 2000s with The Rock and Stone Cold. Hulk Hogan was phenomenal as an entertainer. We talked.
Special thanks to
Garage Doors of Indianapolis. Hey, congratulations on you guys being number 1, too. You guys are the best.
Thanks, buddy.
He's off the rails. That's Rob Kendall. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9379. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9379. That's 800-575-9379. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
My wife and I love our Berlin Gardens outdoor patio furniture that we picked up from Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Actually, we didn't pick it up. We picked it out there, and then Big Mike delivered it for free to our house and set it up for free. Thompson Furniture and Mattress got this big sale going on right now. Save an extra 25% off all in-stock outdoor furniture.
Thompson Furniture and Mattress, located in Columbus. These guys have been great partners with us. They love our audience. They love you guys. Thompson Furniture and Mattress, owned and operated by the same family since 1927 in Columbus. They support what we do on this show. So the next time you need an awesome Tempur-Pedic mattress or a new couch or love seat, recliner, outdoor furniture, whatever you're looking for, make that trip to C-Bus. Thompson Furniture and Mattress, free delivery and setup if you live within 75 miles of their store. ThompsonFurniture.net. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Summer's in full swing, so come get that hot summer deal at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get $20,000 off select 2024 Lincoln Navigators, plus 0% for 72 months. Or lease a new 2025 Lincoln Corsair for just $499 per month at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP $110,425. Corsair MSRP $53,915. $3,500 due at lease signing. 0 security deposit. 36 months. 10,500 miles per year. Offers good through 7/31/2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Alex Brown. Youth sports tournaments brought thousands of athletes, families, and spectators to South Bend and Mishawaka last weekend, generating an estimated $2 million in economic impact for St. Joseph County. Visit South Bend Mishawaka Executive Director Jeff Jarnicki says youth sports is a big driver for the county.
Last year, for example, youth sports across more than 80 events generated more than $27 million of economic impact. So, $2 million in one given weekend is a really strong figure for us.
Jarnicki said sports like baseball, softball, hockey, and even baton twirling contribute thousands of hotel room nights annually. The U.S. Department of Agriculture plans to consolidate its current regional structure and relocate a portion of its workforce to 5 hubs, including one in Indianapolis. The agency plans to move a majority of its remaining Washington, D.C.-based employees to regions more closely aligned with its target populations, though it's not clear how many employees would move to Indy. Huntingburg-based agriculture cooperative Superior Ag broke ground this week on its $20 million dry fertilizer distribution facility at the former Summit River Terminal along the Ohio River in Rockport. The facility is slated for completion in late 2026 and could ultimately employ up to 20 workers. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress, from the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
Indianapolis-based racing team Arrow McLaren announced today that it has closed on the purchase of a new headquarters building on the northwest side of Indianapolis, with plans to move into the property early next year. Arrow McLaren, a U.S. subsidiary of England-based McLaren Racing, spent more than $10 million to buy the former Andretti Global headquarters in a deal that closed last week. The company plans to renovate the structure and expand its footprint to 86,000 square feet, nearly tripling the size of its current facility. I'm Alex Brown for 93 WIBC.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, 2 people in a tragedy and something Indy is involved in.